Hello, everybody. This is Sergey Baklikov. Yes, my first name is Sergey. My last name is Baklikov. Well, today in the morning, I came, I guess, lunchtime. Yeah, I came from Yekaterinburg to the city of Perm. This is the 13th largest city in Russia, and here I came from St. Petersburg. You know, I had to actually drive through the Ural mountains, and that's how, after all, I'm actually on the other side of the Ural mountains now. So this is Ural region, but we also can see that this is something like a pre-Ural region. Perm, it's a Perm region, and here I am. Let's get it started. Let's get it started. Let's get it started. Ooh. Okay, and I'm starting here in the historical city center, next to this, how to say, art objects, which is dedicated to Permiak, соленые уши. Permiak, that's the local resident of Perm, Permiak. Соленые уши, it's a salted ears. Well, here is the legend that here used to live the local citizen, Permiak, who carried the bags with the salt. And that's why his ears was always red and they became big. Because it seems like, I guess, the reaction on salt. Kevin C kicking off the live stream. That's great to see. That's great to see. The first super chat from Kevin C. And so here it is. Salted ears. This is actually supposed to be like the mask for a photograph. Слышишь шелест плащей? Это мы. Дальше действовать будем мы. Okay, let's keep walking. Let's keep walking and getting knowing more about the city of Perm. We're now living a little bit more than 1 million residents. It's one of 15 cities millionaires of Russia, of cities with over 1 million residents population. Hi. Let's walk. This is an industrial city. Always it was an industrial city. Here is mostly heavy, so-called heavy industry, heavy machinery, also an oil industry. But the last years, the administration of this city trying to make it another cultural capital of Russia. And they are paying a lot of attention to the culture. Sergey, talk to more girls. Well, I never get it when you're telling me like talk with the girls. So I'm really like driving all around Russia just to talk with the girls. You think this is the cultural channel? This is the culture, history, architecture, music. I'm not the man with an unsatisfied libido that I have to talk with all the girls around. And this is actually sometimes makes me depressed. That's I'm coming all over Russia, exploring all over Russia, and then I'm coming and all people seems needs just the girls, you know. What a fuck. Слышишь шелест плащей? Это мы. Дальше действовать будем мы. Yeah, I see that stalker, you know. I've got a stalker today.
Yeah, hey, Sergey.
Hi. Hi, dude.
Hi.
So you're stalking me.
Time watcher, watching since 2013.
That's great. Where are you from? Are you local?
Yeah, I'm local here.
Got it. Got it.
Well, you can say that.
The guy's already telling me that you're stalking me, you know?
Yeah.
Like what a stalking mofo,
Okay.
they said. Not me.
I just wanted to greet you, basically. I'm not gonna stalk you or anything.
Yeah, I mean,
Actually, you know what?
yeah. Let's keep walking.
Yeah, look.
So you're living here for a whole of your life?
So, you basically wanted to show, like, only the central part, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I have an offer. How about we go to a neighborhood, which where I grew up.
Yeah, but at first let's go through the center, okay? Through the center. Green line. Давай сначала пройдем по зеленому маршруту.
Yeah, I got that.
Okay.
Now, look, I just want to show you that neighborhood where I grew up. If you're interested, like, the name is Real Russia, right? So,
It's here.
nah, it's a little bit.
Okay, we can do.
It's not far away, actually.
Yeah,
It's
but
20
we can
minutes, 20 minutes
we
on
can
the
do that
bus.
some later.
Yeah, we can just like open a bus and just go there.
Yeah. We can do this some later.
Look, yeah, you keep saying that you show everything, like real Russian shit.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, you've been to many cities, right? It's true. But
Yeah.
at the same time, you've been like only in the city centers, like in Magnitogorsk and Chelyabinsk.
Yeah,
right?
but the thing is, when you go to the city centers, this is a quintessential of what's the city in terms
Yeah,
of
it's
the
true,
history
but, like,
and culture.
The point is that still the channel is called Real Russia, right?
Yeah, but
So people kind of want to see like the actual Russians, like they live in the neighborhoods. And the streets.
yeah, but
So,
you know, look, this is my first visits.
Yeah,
When
I
I go
got it, I
when
got
I go
it,
for the
I know.
first visits, so I'm starting with the central area. For example, in St. Petersburg, where I live and where I used to show the city center already for a long time, I used to show many different districts. Okay, I think that's it's going to be kind of strange, for example, to come for the first time in Perm and right away to go somewhere to the outskirts.
Yeah, it's right.
Because at
Like,
first need to get an idea.
Yeah, all I'm saying is like we can go there at the end of the stream, like after you've shown all the central parts of all the monuments and stuff, and then we can just go to the neighborhood
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
just to show your viewers first of all.
Okay. Abu Hamid Al Ghazali. What the hell? I just met a local who is my subscriber,
Yeah.
and we now gonna watch everything around, and then we'll go to his neighborhood, which is in the more like in the outskirts of this city.
Yeah, sure. Not so far away from here, actually. It's only like 6 kilometers. 20 minutes on the bus. And that will be the real Russian. So,
Okay.
No
It's
fake, no bullshit.
no fake, no bullshit all the time. But does it make sense? The reason why at first I go to the historical city centers.
Yeah, it perfectly
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
It's not about that you should visit like in neighborhoods too, the outskirts.
Also, I can tell you that actually I don't really like it when people relate real with something like being in the outskirts. You know,
Yeah, but
it's
you see,
everything. You see, everything is real. Everything is real, actually, and the historical city center and the outskirts.
but that's the place where like actual people live their whole lives, right? Like not everybody lives here, not in this like apartment.
Yeah,
center.
but also not
Many
every,
people live
but
in
not everybody live in your neighborhood either. Okay.
Yeah, sure thing. I just want to show my place. Kind of makes sense.
Okay.
That's all.
So here in the historical city center, we mostly can see the pre-revolutionary architecture and the Soviet architecture. It's like pretty common for the Ural region because all these Ural cities they used to develop. And in the pre-revolutionary times and in the Soviet times. And in the Soviet days, they actually paid a lot of attention to these towns because this is Ural, which is full of natural resources. Correct? Так, надо глянуть. У меня здесь есть маршрутик. Так, Green Perm.
Переход улицы Советская разрешен. Переход улицы Советская разрешен.
Что у меня не грузится на этом телефоне. Ты можешь зайти в green.perm.ru. Да. У меня почему-то тоже не грузится. Там как раз есть вот зеленый маршрут, по которому я иду.
Вот, смотри, маршрут начинается вот от галереи, по сути. Значит, прямо.
Ну давай пошли
Да,
прямо.
вверх, вот сейчас вверх, там как раз
Okay.
там.
Okay. You know the city of Perm. It is located on the bank of Kama River. It's one of the biggest rivers in Russia. Well, some people tell it is even bigger than Volga. What do you think about it?
Yeah, it's a pretty big river, definitely.
There's like many disputes about it, because it just depends how you calculate it. And you know that actually the place where Volga River meets Kama, it's the distance from the shore to the shore 140 kilometers. You know that? Камское устье. Слышал про такое?
Yeah, I did.
В Татарстане. It's that place is located in the Republic of Tatarstan. So you're in a mosque. Do you believe in a coronavirus?
No, I'm just like, I want to stay anonymous.
Got it. I mean, it's not that you believe in a coronavirus. I think that coronaviruses, of course, exist, and it's different kinds of coronavirus exists already for like many years, many decades. But I just mean, do you really believe that pandemic is as serious as everybody have to wear masks and the world kill the economies?
No, usually I don't wear a mask. I've not been wearing for like 2 months already. Like I did wear it in like May and the beginning of June, but then I just stopped. Just don't care. And today's an exception, just like that. I
Got
didn't
it.
wear it like yesterday or
Got
days
it.
before that.
Got it. So now your mask is just to stay anonymous
Yeah.
for the viewers.
Incognito.
Okay, got it.
It's like not me. I'm not important. Important is like to show the city, right?
Correct, absolutely.
Not me.
Absolutely. Those the guys all the time asking the girls, and that
Yeah,
really
sure.
pisses me off. You know, when you go, you're like drive thousands and thousands kilometers, then you're coming in, hey, talk to the girls. Fuck this city, talk to the girls.
Yeah.
Come on.
So like now you're streaming, right? No usual videos anymore. Streaming.
Usual, regular videos.
Yeah.
Well, I will get back to the regular videos when it will become, how to say, when the days will get shorter, okay? The days will get shorter, and then it will make no sense for me to make the live streams. But for now, I'm making the live streams because it's a good format. So who is this?
So yeah, it's the art gallery.
There behind, right?
Yeah, this yellow building.
Okay, but looks like a bellery of the church.
Yeah, well,
But now there's the art gallery, right?
yeah, even this one.
I mean, yeah.
No, this is the gallery.
The
The
gallery.
high one.
Okay, and the statue to who? You know who is this?
Yeah, it's Nikolai Chilopodets.
The Nicholas Miracle Maker. Okay, and the art gallery looks like it's a former church and bellery. We need to go there, to the shore.
Yeah, we can go there. It's pretty beautiful. Pretty picturesque. It's been actually reconstructed lately. The shore, this part of the city. It's been like, there have been a massive reconstruction of this area around, like, near the river.
Got it.
So the bad thing about it is that they chopped off all the trees. It's like, I don't think it's a good plan. It's a good idea. It used to be very green in here, like especially down there. Just
Street musicians, right?
yeah, they're not that like not such an often thing to see like in St. Petersburg. Yeah, but what I noticed is that they St. Petersburg they just play the same songs every day. I just don't get it. Like, what's the point?
Not-
Every single day for like 2 months, they just keep playing the same songs. Like, is that?
You know why? Because this is actually more like tourist stuff. Most people are not going there every single day, and they are just singing the hits. Those are the hits. However, I know there's the guys who are singing mostly like the songs which are popular around the youth, and like 60% of them I never even heard. Some bands, and they attract different audience. Kama River. I guess it's not as festive as in Tumen, right?
Yeah, it definitely isn't. I did watch the stream from tonight. Like the bridge there, it just looks amazing with all the lighting. What the hell?
Oh, Kama River.
Yeah, it's pretty good too.
I think that Kama has a lot in common with Volga in terms of how it looks like. correct? It's also wide river, and they dispute actually which is bigger. And there goes the railway.
Yeah, there's a railway.
And actually, this railway can lead you to Yekaterinburg, right?
Yeah.
This is part of Trans-Siberian Railway, correct?
Yeah, well, Trans-Siberian, there's this bridge in there, like, this one is like automobile bridge, right, for cars. And behind that one, there's a railway bridge right there. You can see it in the back. Yeah, so that bridge is part of the Trans-Siberian.
Got it.
It's like this city is 1,436 kilometers of the Trans-Siberian Railway. Take a stop.
By the way, Perm is one of the, how to say, widest cities of Russia, because it goes mostly all along the bank of Copper, correct?
Yeah, sure. It has like big square.
Yeah, from this point of view, it's like, for example, Volgograd. Volgograd is also like all along Volga River. Yeah, and I remember that when I was there I was there last year. I never filmed it yet, but when last year I went to Astrakhan, I actually at first flew to the airport of Volgograd, and while we were driving to Astrakhan, we actually drove through the city, and I was surprised like how long it is, you know, because it's like not like usually big, more like a circle, but it just goes all along the bank. It never goes too deep from the bank, and here is the same. 70 kilometers, right? 70 kilometers long, officially, Perm. I mean 70 kilometers along the embankment.
Yeah, wow. So, probably yes. I did go, like for example, you can go for 40 kilometers and you will end up in a usual neighborhood, not some village or something. You will just get into another neighborhood of this city, basically.
Look, that's a nice rotunda.
Yeah.
People are here telling that you have a good English, so how did you learn English?
Just basically watching stuff on YouTube, movies, TV shows.
Got it.
Yeah, I wish I had like the same level of knowledge of history and culture like you. Yeah, this
Got
is
it.
like not exactly my strong part. And
So you're not like from the faculty of foreign languages, no?
no, not really.
Okay. Now let's keep exploring the historical city center. One of the things, I mean the main thing that personally I want to see, the main thing that basically I want to see, it's Perm Theater of Opera and Ballet, because this is, I think, one of the most significant places in Perm, because there until 2019 used to work and to be the head of the theater and the orchestra, Theodor Kurenzis. Sure knows Kurenzis, right? And he actually got the theatrical scene and the music scene on a whole new level here in the city. I know that because of Kurenzis, many people all over Russia were coming here just to listen to the performances of the symphony orchestra of Perm, being conducted by Kurenzis. Okay, here missed some super chats. Lava Javalava, thank you, and Ronald's. Vladislav is from Perm. There is a Vladislav. He is now an old man, and he used to be the Soviet dictator, now living in Moscow. But back in 1960s, he defected to the States and then lived most of life in the States. But originally, he's from Perm. Lava Javalava. Thanks again. So let's keep going there.
Okay.
And this is Komsomol Avenue, right?
Yeah, it's under massive reconstruction right now. It's been going under construction for the last like year and a half, at least.
They just renovate it or reconstruct?
Yeah, more like reconstructing, because like in the last few years they've been reconstructing this whole city for some reason.
But look, I don't see any lamppost here.
Yeah, well, maybe it's because they're like in the process of reconstruction. There used to be here.
Got it. Okay, I like actually.
Basically, it says капитальный ремонт.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah.
Capital maintenance. Okay. I like actually the renovations. Renovations means that everything gonna work again.
Well, yeah, but you also always mentioned that you like the Soviet architecture.
Yes, I like.
Yeah.
To be exact, I like mostly an early Soviet architecture and also constructivism, which is 1920s, 1930s. Even though it's kind of brutal, you know.
Yeah, actually, I like it too. This architecture.
For example, look at this.
Yeah.
I don't like, you know,
Yeah,
look at
me
this
too,
ceramic and granite tile.
Yeah, it's absolutely ugly. Absolutely.
Yes. Let it better will be like a gray, brutal constructivism
sure.
building than this.
Much better.
I really hate it when they just face everything with frigging ceramic and granite tile.
Yeah. That's exactly what I hate too. Like the Soviet buildings, they just cover it with this ugly ceramic.
Yeah, one of the
stuff.
things I all the time telling people that no matter what you think, let's say, about the Soviet Union, about Stalin or Lenin, but architecture is architecture, you know.
Sure.
Of course, like in some terms, an architecture also depicts, reflects of what the Soviet ideology used to be. But anyway, it's not directly correlated with Stalin or Lenin or the Soviet Union.
Yeah, for sure.
And
You
I
basically need to perform some kind of renovation just to make it look like the money is not wasted, taxpayers' money and stuff.
oh yeah, and another thing that's what I all the time hear from the urbanists, that sometimes renovations goes with spoiling the details of the historical objects. And from this point of view, it's very good that they made a really quality renovation of railway station in Ivanovo recently. You heard about it?
Well, probably I did.
It's
Here's actually the local zoo. This is the local zoo.
the local zoo.
Yeah, this is the local
Is
zoo.
it big?
It's been here for like at least 30 years. I used to go here as a kid.
You think it now it's not working?
Well, actually it does work. Like there are people going in there. I haven't been here for a while. But
I decided to ask because I've noticed that here in Perm region, you still not allowed to go inside of the restaurants. So maybe people still not allowed to go to the zoos.
yeah, you mean like you're not allowed to film in the restaurants. You're
Yeah.
not allowed to film.
To eat, to go inside of the restaurant to eat.
Oh, because of the COVID. Yeah, I got it. Well, I'm not rich enough to go to restaurants, so I can't really tell anything.
Not exactly a restaurant, but cafe, bar.
Yeah, well, lately I've been noticing that more people started wearing masks, like in the last 2 weeks or something. There's been a period where, like, when nobody wore masks. In like late June and July, like most of July, nobody wore masks, and now all of a sudden, in the last 2 weeks, they started to wear them again for some reason.
Probably that's, for example, in Moscow, in St. Petersburg, they just started to find people. Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
They decided to find
that,
people
like,
again.
They're saying there's the second wave of coronavirus, so maybe that's...
Yeah, they say that it can be in case if you will be so careless. Some wooden architecture.
Yeah, like these wooden houses, they're getting destroyed in the city in the last like 10 years. There used to be many of these houses, like in the city center and historic center. It's been full of these old wooden buildings before.
Well, looking at the first floor, which is made of stone, it seems like it used to be the merchant house. Yeah, where on the first floor they used to have their store, and on the second floor that's actually where they lived. We're now actually going along the bank of Kama River in this city. Actually, even though Perm is a big city, but not in the pre-revolutionary times, not in the Soviet times, here wasn't happening something really as significant as now they can mention in how to say in the history books, right?
So we're basically going to the bay right now. This is the station Perm 1, Perm first. This is the bay. It's a railway station, and here you can like go for a tour on a ship.
That's great. That's great. Actually, from here on a ship, on a cruise ship, you can go as to Yaroslavl, as to even Astrakhan. So in both ways, you can actually. The thing is, what is good that Kama is a big river, deep river, and it is connected with Volga. And we all know that Volga is a mother. It can like bring you to so many places. Actually, like Kazan, Nizhny Novgorod, Yaroslavl, Kostroma. Recently, I guess you know that I was making the tour around Volga. And that was amazing to see all those places on Volga. And look, here is also like in Yekaterinburg. Also, they have the lines for like historical routes to go and to make sure that you're not missing anything interesting.
And by the way, when you were in Chernobylsk, you showed a trolley bus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you said it was authentic, like, and stuff. So here in the city, they just removed the trolley bus. They just got rid of them.
That's pretty bad. I always think this is bad. Stan Dobrovolsky. Greetings from London, and I have a friend, Valentina, in Perm. So this is a very interesting episode. Yeah. So it's very interesting episode because Stan has the girl he knows.
Right?
Thank you, Stan. That's pretty bad. But in the same time, I've heard that they are trying to develop the bicycle lanes, right?
Well, I'm actually a cyclist, so it's very important for me to have good lanes for
Mm-hmm.
cycling and stuff. So. But now there's this problem, like these things like borders on the road, they just won't let you, like when you drive a bicycle you just can't go straight because you have to like leave your bicycle and drive it and like pull it up.
But do they at least make those lanes as they announced?
Yeah, well, they like in the city center there are lanes actually
Okay,
for cyclists.
okay.
But there's this inconvenience that you can't just drive forward. You have always to get off your bike and to pull it.
Got it. And also here operates the company which is called Forwards, and they produce the bicycles, like up to 1 million bicycle per year.
Yeah, sure. I had a forward bike. It's very popular here in the city.
Is it the company which is how to say, the rebranded Kama bicycle brands? Because I remember that when I was a kid, everybody used to have the bicycle, Russian bicycle, which was called Kama.
Yeah, sure. We had Kama too. We had Kama. Yeah, but I'm not actually, to be honest, I'm not sure about that.
So you're not sure if it's another company or it's like a rebranded.
Yeah, it could actually be a rebranded Kama. I'm not sure. But yeah, Kama is very popular here, obviously, because it's Perm.
Now, you know what is this?
So,
that's the kind of architecture I definitely love.
yeah, me too.
Looks cool. Neoclassical architecture. And look, like in St. Petersburg, they also have the lions. Look, the lions, who are the guards. The guards, they symbolize the guards, the guard power. And they are holding the ball with their leg. It's for them not to fall asleep being on a post. If they fall asleep, the ball under their leg will get away and the leg will fall down, and actually that's what will make them wake up immediately. Now, this is the monument. I guess this is the monument to the revolutionaries.
No, it's actually, well, yeah.
The monuments of revolution. And we can look once again at Kama River. Kama, Россия, Россия. Kama. It's as big as Volga. Let's keep going. Мы же сейчас там так развернемся, да, снова встроимся туда.
Yeah, we can go there actually. But here it's like we're about to reach a dead end because this is the bay. This is the final stop.
No problem. And then we need to go to definitely the theater of opera and ballets and to the esplanade.
Yeah, look, actually you picked a pretty bad time to come here because now the esplanade is under reconstruction. It's closed. It's off limits.
Damn.
The monument, like the war monument on the esplanade, we can't reach it because it's off limits. They're changing the roads there.
Got it.
It's unfortunately now not reachable.
Well, some of the local Perm constructivism. But we definitely have to see drama theater and theater of opera and ballets. Because I can tell you that most of people in Moscow and St. Petersburg, if they know something about Perm, they definitely knows about Kurenzis and his orchestra. Theodor Kurenzis, he's actually Greek, but he speaks Russian pretty good, and actually he already got the Russian residentship. You know that? Actually, yet in 2014. But now he moved to St. Petersburg, and now he will work in St. Petersburg.
Yeah, like many celebrities get the Russian citizenship.
Wow, look at this mansion.
Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. I actually love this mansion.
Yeah, and this is really, it used to be just a private mansion of one rich guy.
And now it's a Краеведческий музей.
Yeah, Kraevechsky means local history museum. It's exactly about the history of Perm and Perm region.
Yeah.
By the way, I never yet today mentioned that Perm founded in 1723, exactly same year and exactly with the same people, Tatishev and Degenin, exactly the same guys who founded in the same year Yekaterinburg. But Yekaterinburg, they made an iron making plant, okay, and here copper melting plant. Copper smelting plants. Do you think that Perm can be considered more as a Ural or pre-Ural?
Yeah, well, usually it's said it's Ural.
Okay.
It's part of Ural.
Okay. So I guess it's like the very beginning of Ural from these parts.
Well, it's actually said that it's Western Ural. Perm. It's about Western Ural.
In the same time, this is an eastern part of the European parts of Russia.
Yeah, it's like the easternmost city, big city in Europe.
Yeah.
We can say.
Yes. And but in terms of Ural, if consider Ural, for Ural this is the west.
Yeah.
But for European part of Russia, this is an east. That's logic. And look, here is some street art. Well, I like it. I like it. The art like this much better than just stupid, how to say, tags. I'm not sure why people are making tags. Okay, if you wanna draw on the walls, draw at least something like this. At least, okay. What freaking tags? You know, those stupid tags.
Yeah, sure.
That makes no sense. Here at least something what looks like, I don't know, like image, painting.
Yeah, actually, street art is pretty popular in the city. There are like many street art objects here. And if you plan to go to the railway station, like the main railway station in Perm, there are like those art objects. If you've heard about them, like that giant letter B, Russian.
Would be good. And where is that sign? The happiness is not behind the mountain.
Yeah, sure. The sign
It's
is
there?
right here.
Oh, got
it's
it.
like we're coming to it.
Okay.
Now we're gonna come
Well,
to it.
you know, as not a local, as the person who never
sure.
been there before, I wonder what makes it so like popular, so significant. I've heard like many Perm people like so proud of it.
Yeah, it's very popular in Perm. It's very popular sign. I don't know why. Maybe they just like
I'm not
hope
sure.
for the best or something.
I'm not sure. It's just a sign, you know. It's just a sign. It's like, for example, in Pskov, there is the sign which is Russia begins here.
Yeah, I know
Россия
that,
начинается
I know.
здесь. But, for example, for them, well, it's just a sign. It's just a sign on the embankment. Okay, so. But interesting.
Yeah, here's this train.
That's the train station, right? It's like Perm 1.
Yeah, well, yeah, this is the railway station for one. It's a very old building. It's like pre-revolution station. It's renovated, obviously, but it's like from the late
And,
19th century.
And what's the difference between Perm 1 and Perm 2?
Yeah, well, like,
It's just different railway stations.
These two are different railway stations. And this one, it's like, well, it's close to the bay, basically, where the ships pick a ship.
And this is like a river port, right? River port or not?
Wow.
Речной порт это? Или что это?
Well, it's actually a new building. I'm not sure what it is, actually.
It seems like it's brand new.
Yeah, it's brand new, actually. It wasn't here before.
Anyway, let's go to the embankment. Let's look at that
let's see
sign,
the
which is somehow pretty popular around the local Perm people. I forgot my dead cat today in the hotel. My dead cat microphone. And here is the wind. People tells me I need the dead cat. That's how they call that microphone with a windshield. But I hope it's not too annoying that it blows. Well, come again.
Here we go. We can already see the sign.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. The red one. Also, pretty old architecture here.
I love an old architecture.
Yeah, me too.
Like many people don't care. They tells me
Yeah, unfortunately,
like
there are no
FUC
ships
like
right now.
like
No.
FUCK architecture. We need girls.
Like before, there used to be many ships right here. They were just staying here, right at this place. Now it's unfortunately empty.
Maybe that's because here is the tourist season is not started yet. I mean, maybe it's not allowed.
No, well, actually, before they were staying here like whole summer.
Okay.
Now they're just gone.
That's not good because actually I was hoping to see one of them because you know that my parents, they like for most of their life in their youth, like from 20 to like 45 years, they used to work on a cruise ships because there in Ufa, you know, there was the Ballet river ship, how to say, and they were. What is this? This is now the museum history.
yeah.
Russia is my history. It's actually one of the branches because now the museum like this, Russia is my history, you can find everywhere. In Moscow, in All Russia Exhibition Center, in Ufa, by the way, also in Exhibition Center, and here in this wonderful historical 1950s building.
Actually, I'm pretty sure this used to be exactly the base station, the station for ships. Yeah,
Riverport.
Riverfront. Yeah, this building.
But now I see there's the museum, or maybe this is temporary museum. Russia is my history.
Yeah, now it's a museum.
Рюриковичи, Романовы. So here it is, the sign which tells счастье не за горами. Happiness is not behind the mountains. And yeah, like to me, this is just a sign, okay? But local people, okay. Счастье не за горами. Happiness is not behind the mountain. Any story behind it? Like what it refers to? I understand it's just like a slogan itself. It's kind of like already finished with a sense of it. Like, yeah, like the happiness is not behind the mountain. It's like the happiness is close.
Yeah.
Closer than you think. Maybe that's to stimulate people not to leave Perm.
Well, yeah.
Because you can find your happiness here. Because look, and what's interesting, look, I just realized Perm is located actually behind the Ural Mountains. Because today, when I went from Yekaterinburg, I actually went to the mountains. Okay.
Yeah, it's located west of the mountain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so it's like the happiness is not there. Let's say not in Yekaterinburg, where you have to go behind the mountains, but here.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so it's dedicated to the Ural Mountains,
There's
probably.
no happiness in the Asian part.
Yeah.
Oh, it's an interesting theory.
And there's really it seems like back in 1990s, like everywhere in Russia, it used to be not the best period for Perm.
Yeah, definitely.
And I've heard about a huge, how to say this, escape of the people, migration of people from Perm to any other places. And there was even periods when for some short periods Perm lost the status of the millionaire.
Yeah.
Here at first was more than 1 million residents and then less.
Yeah.
But now little by little people are coming again, and maybe just the natural growth, like more people are getting born than die.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Now it's already over 1,050,000 residents.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah.
1
There was
million.
a period when it was like 985 or something like that for a few years.
Well, it's good. It's good that now it's getting better. And I don't know if I can believe Wikipedia, but now it says that even though it is actually smaller than, let's say, Ufa, than Yekaterinburg, however, by the volume of the production and the net profit that the city makes, it's makes even more than Yekaterinburg or than Ufa.
Well, not sure about that, but I think like Yekaterinburg still has a better living standards and all. Like people.
Yeah, but look. Still, let's say the the industries, the companies of Perm still can make more money, but in the same time, the level of life of the residents can be lower.
Yeah.
Because like what company makes, and how people live, it's how people live. Okay, let's get back, I guess. Well, we now need to see the theater.
Yeah,
You know how
it's
to go.
actually not far away from here.
Yes, yes. Everything is close. So it seems like the embankment here was renovated, but just not as rich as in Tumen.
Yeah, definitely not the
Like
two main
more
ones.
modest, more modest. Because you know, in Tumen there's like everything in granite. You know, the light is everywhere. The lawn.
It's mostly that part that was renovated.
Uh huh.
That is in there, like close to the bridge, to the automobile bridge. Because Perm actually consists of two parts. It's Perm and the so-called Zakamsk. So it's the part of Perm which
Zakamsk,
is located
behind
on the
Kama.
other side of Kama. So this bridge, it's exactly leading to Zakamsk. And so there's a big part of the
Zakamsk,
city too.
the word consists of two words: za behind and Kamsk, comma.
Yeah.
Zakamsk.
There's also a very big part of the city located on the other side, on the other bank.
But it's more developed this side.
Yeah, for sure. It's like it has the historic center, the factories, it's all on this side.
What are the biggest factories here inside of the city?
Well, it's actually Zavod.
Factory.
Yeah. And I just want to make
What
sure.
do you produce?
Basically, it produces the parts for airplanes, like parts for airplanes, like engines for airplanes and stuff like that.
There is the factory like that in Ufa as well. Have I heard of УМПО, Уфимский моторы? Забыл как.
Моторостроитель.
Да.
So yeah, this factory is just like, it's huge. It's like 5 kilometers only the territory of the factory. It's like stretching for 5 kilometers straight. Factory that produces engines for parts for air.
Do you think that that factory release a lot of bad air, like spoil the air,
Yeah,
and
for sure
affect
it
the
does.
ecology?
Yeah, it's very polluted actually. The city is very polluted, unfortunately.
Well, seems like every Ural town, every Ural city, this or that way polluted. But in my opinion, you can do nothing with this. You know, this is heavy industry.
Yeah,
You know,
because it's industrial cities. Because they were founded for industry.
the thing is, it's not only like a Russian thing. You know, that you produce, let's say, an oil, petroleum, but you don't spoil the air. You don't spoil the ecology.
Yeah, like mentioned that in Tumen there are no many like industrial like
Yes,
factories,
yes.
not many industry stuff.
I was talking about it that actually what they did an interesting thing in Tumen. I also was telling that in Tumen itself there is no oil. The oil is a little bit distant in so-called Tumen region, and in the same time they also don't have this way. They don't have the refineries there, but they charge the taxes there. That's cool. So it's like they charge the taxes and at the same time they don't have heavy manufacturers there, the refineries, stuff like that. You know how to go now to the theater?
Yeah, sure.
And besides Esplanades, which is now under reconstruction, is there any more popular place for the locals?
Yeah, there are
To
many
hang out?
places actually near the Esplanade. There's a new built park, which is like based on the New York Park, like Times Square stuff. It's been like built in last year, basically. It's right in the city center.
Good, good. And look, this is actually like not just a train, but it's like train tank, right?
Yeah, it's a very old monument. It's been like here forever.
Got it. The train tank. So where we go now? Let's go now at this side. We already went that side. What district is it? Well, I'm not sure how exactly it's called, but this is the historical city center, where we can see the quintessential of the Perm history.
This is the Lenin district. Like
Lenin?
The main district of the city.
Lenin?
Yeah, it's the Lenin district, obviously.
By the way, in Ufa, in my childhood, I also used to live in the district which was Lenin's district. It's easy to say that definitely Perm is way more west than, let's say, Yekaterinburg, because yesterday in Yekaterinburg the sunset was at 8:30, but here it tells that the sunset today will be at 9 something, so more than 30 minutes difference.
Yeah, the sunset is basically at 10 p.m. here. Actually, it would be much better with the Moscow time, I think, the city, or at least like +1 to Moscow.
Yeah, I actually was almost sure this is +1 from Moscow, +2.
Yeah, it's +2.
It's same as Ufa, same as this way, or what?
Yeah, no, well, actually, we
May-
need to go there.
Okay. It's same time zone as Ufa, Yekaterinburg, Tyumen, Magnitogorsk. It's all the Ural.
And yeah, there are signs in English.
Nice fence. While we are now enjoying the pre-revolutionary Russian Empire architecture. By the way, what's your name?
Stanislav.
Stanislav. Stanislav today going to show us more like outskirts, right? Good.
Yeah, but this is basically the best looking part of the city. The very city center. The historic city center.
Угу.
Now, we go here.
Вот так тоже можно? Просто хотелось бы уже по какой-нибудь еще улице пройти. Stalinist residential building. Graffiti. Sergey, be careful, my friends. You really scared some of my viewers. They are thinking you're a strange stalker. But you know, it's interesting that when, for example, I stream mostly alone, like many people tells me that it would be good to have some kind of like partner or the guides or local who can show around. And now when I have a local, they tells me like dump him. But I think it's interesting, you know, like so many times I travel alone, so it really like makes difference. And dudes, look, it's pretty safe. It's pretty safe. I mean, even if you're a mofo, actually, what you can do to me in the big city, right?
So basically, here it is, the theater of Opera and Ballet. Yeah.
There's the theater, and now we will go to that theater.
Yeah, sure.
But just wanna show some more of architecture. Oh, Soviet Street, Советская.
Soviet Street.
Oh yeah, by the way, my hotel is on Sovietskaya. Actually, to keep going there, there's my hotel. Sovietskaya, the Soviet Street. Stalinism. Okay, let's keep going. Советская, Soviet Street. I now settled down there in a pretty cheap hotel because I have to be cheapskate, not to bankrupt during the all these trips. Because you know I have to pay for a car rental, petroleum, what else? Hotels, food. I mean I have to eat in some kind of cafe and stuff like that. I don't have time to cook myself. And also, you know, speeding ticket.
Yeah.
You know that in Russia, no matter how you try this, but anyway, you catch at least several cameras. Okay? Are you a driver yourself?
No, I just drive my bicycle basically.
Or maybe you've heard from some of your friends that
Well, yeah, my
no matter
parents
how
have
you
a car, so yeah.
like no matter how you try, but anyway, the fines are coming.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, now let's go to the theater. Meanwhile, I've got a super chat from Mickey Macbeth. No need for a comment, Sergey. This is for a second microphone. This works when you find someone that is amicable. Hand them the second microphone. Okay, got it? Got it. Thank you. We'll do that. Actually, I have a microphone, but today just forgot it in the hotel. I mean, like it's external microphone. It seems like we are on the backside of the theater, right?
Yeah, this is the back side.
But now we'll get there. The thing is, Perm, even though it always used to be mostly like an industrial city, however, these parts of culture, like opera and ballads, was developed even in the Soviet days, right? I've heard about it and read about it that By its rating, by its status, it was only lower than Moscow and St. Petersburg. And it's not for nothing. It's not for no reason that it is named after Pyotr Tchaikovsky. This theater named after Pyotr Tchaikovsky.
Yeah, exactly.
This road trip is awesome. By the way, tomorrow I already unfortunately will have to leave the Ural, and I guess I will go to Kirov, which is already considered more like a Russian plain. Ну, типа русская равнина. Kirov. And already we'll keep going west, to be exact, northwest, where is St. Petersburg located. I will get home just on a car. Oh, girls dancing. You know, they wanted girls. Freaking Gangnam Style.
Yeah.
I think that Pyotr
An ancient song.
I think that Pyotr Ilyich Tchaikovsky now rolling in a grave. That's next to the theater, classical theater of opera and ballet. Here the girls are dancing this freaking Gangnam Style. Okay, this is not good.
It's 2020, for God's sake. What the hell?
Look, this is the theater of opera and ballads named after Pyotr Tchaikovsky, okay? And until 2019, here worked and was the, how to say, the boss and the head of the theater, Theodor Kurenzis, one of the most significant conductors these days, because his interpretations of the classical music is really interesting. Not with everything I agree, not with everything, but with most. Most of his interpretations I love. I think that the only thing I don't love that, for example, during the performance, while performing the 7th Leningradskaya Symphony of Dmitry Shostakovich, he make all the orchestra to stand up and play. This is really no need that. They have to sit, you know. You have really to feel that that border, that line between being extraordinary, novel, but conservative in terms of classical music. That's what I think. I hope now YouTube will not block this live stream because of Gangnam Style music. Freaking copyright, you know.
Yeah, it actually might block it.
What do you think they are making? They are just dancing for fun or what?
I don't know, it's some kind of event or something.
So here now I shall go some kind of events. And, I got it. They are
Yeah,
like,
look, it's about a car actually, I think. Here's a car.
or maybe this is maybe to pay attention to the language center, which is called Britannia. Well, anyway, the main thing, they are dancing and the guys can enjoy looking them. Okay, they wanted the girls, now they are getting the girls.
Yeah.
Even though pretty often it pisses me off when you're like trying to bring the history and culture, and the guys needs just the girls.
Yeah,
Okay.
actually, take a note. They do have masks. They're not wearing them, but they do have them. As I said, in the last 2 weeks, something's been going on with those masks. People just started wearing them again.
I think here they just must have the masks.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Because this is a public event, and this is probably like discussed. One of the conditions that your cheerleaders, well, like I say, they are some kind of cheerleaders, okay?
Yeah.
They must have the masks. You yourself ever visited the performances conducted by Theodor Kurenzis?
No, not really. But I've been to this theater,
Uh-huh.
actually.
But you're probably not a fan of classical music?
Well, I don't mind it. Like, I'm not gonna ask someone to turn it off or something. I'm okay with anything. Well, not anything. But...
What music do you prefer?
Well,
First of all.
actually, many styles.
But
I
you,
don't really have some exact.
well, at least
style.
do you more like a rock guy or electronic music guy?
Well, more like electronic, definitely.
Electronic,
Yeah.
got it. Okay, let's the guys enjoy the girls a little bit, and we will go. So in Perm, also mostly Russians, ethnically Russian people live.
Yeah. Well, but recently there's been a huge wave of immigrants from like ex-Soviet countries, like those in Central Asia, Caucasus. Like, it's really something's going on with this. Too many immigrants from those republics.
Got it. Got it.
It's definitely not like Ufa or something. Not like Kazan, for example. There's nothing like this.
Well, in Kazan, there's a lot of Tatars.
Yeah.
In Ufa, a lot of Bashkirs.
Here, the majority are Russians. If you don't count the immigrants.
Yeah, but even in Bashkortostan, in Tatarstan, majority are Russians. But however, in the same time, there's a way bigger population of Tatars than anywhere else. Tatars in Tatarstan and the Bashkirs in Bashkortostan, which is pretty logic. Okay, this is once again the Perm State Opera and Ballet Theater. It's after Pyotr Tchaikovsky, where until 2019 here worked and was ahead of it Theodor Kurenzis, one of the most significant conductors of Russia. He is a Greek, but in 2014 got a Russian citizenship. And now he, by the way, moved to work to St. Petersburg, which is pretty good. But this is a big loss for Perm, because I know that many people all over Russia was coming here to Perm just to go to, first of all, to go to the performances conducted by Kurenzis. Okay, let's keep going. I guess we can watch now one of those places you was talking about, like where people hang out, and then we can go to your neighborhood, which you consider like real Russia. Those, let me tell you once again that I myself consider everything as the real Russia. I even like a little bit hate it when people mostly associate the word real with something, you know, like outskirts, something more depressive. But let me tell you what, actually in every country, in every city, the outskirts also always like worse than the historical center. For example, New York. I've been to New York, Manhattan. Of course, it's way different than...
We actually have a statue to Lenin.
Oh, Lenin. It's time to say hi to Ronald, right? You know Ronald?
Well, yeah, I've seen him in that video from McDonald's or something.
Yeah, I mean, also you probably saw him in the comments.
Oh yeah, definitely I did.
And I always say hi to Ronald when I see the statue of Lenin. And you know, recently, actually, during this tour, Ural tour, every day, the guys are seeing Lenin every day.
Here he is.
And look, now the bird's sitting on his head and probably shitting.
Yeah, pigeons are sitting on his head. And shoes.
Вот, Ленин. Ленин. Ленин жил. Ленин жив. Ленин будет жить. Lenin lived, Lenin lives, and Lenin will live. That's what they used to say in the days. He's a founder of the Soviet Union. Look, dudes, you remember what yesterday was written there on the monument to Lenin in the center of Yekaterinburg. He said, все, чего мы достигли благодаря поддержке самой чудесной силе в мире, силе рабочих и крестьян. Everything what we've reached so far, we've reached thankful to the support of the most wonderful power, the power of workers and farmers. Here it is. Oh, bread, thank you, bread. Look, somebody feeds the pigeons. Do you know that actually it's pretty bad to feed the pigeons?
Yeah, I know actually.
Because
the bread is bad for them.
Yeah, and
Just
actually,
like for dogs, for example.
yeah, and besides that, the pigeons are just considered more like a rats with wings, you know, and it's not good to feed them with the bread. So, and the thing is, you know, they are just now eating here, and they will shit later all around here as well. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go to one of those places people hang out, and we can go to your neighborhood. But look, the tram is okay still here, right?
Yeah, the trams are good, but yeah, the trolley buses are over.
That's
They
bad.
just sold them to the second biggest city of this cry, Berezniki.
You know, now even in Berezniki, in the town of Berezniki, they have trolley buses, but they don't have it here. It's in the moments when, like, the world now, vice versa, started to transfer more to the electric transportation. You know that actually quality and the professionally planned tram, it's like a metro, but just not under the ground, but above the ground. It's like it in Prague and Czech Republic, you know. So where we go now?
Here we have the city administration building. So this is the administration.
Well, this is traditional. The administration of the city next to the monuments of Lenin. Correct? Edward Turner, thank you big time. Okay, let's keep going to the place where people hanging out. We'll look at the people and then we'll go to your real Russia neighborhood.
So yeah, this is the historic city center, basically. The main street, Sibirskaya Street.
Sibirskaya, Siberian Street. Вот так, да?
Yeah.
А public place будет там, да?
No, it's right there.
Тут тоже было бы интересно пройтись.
Yeah, we're almost there actually. It's not far away.
Окей.
Like all the historic buildings, they're like concentrated in this area.
on. Интересно еще. But I actually don't like the thing when the trams and trolley buses and any public transportation is full of advertisements. This one is full of advertisements.
Yeah, it's a thing here. They're all covered. Like buses too, trolley buses used to be covered in ads. It's a big thing here.
I see that in a comments, some people are still getting surprised that almost no one in Russia wear a mask.
So this is the church of the Holy Mother of God, of the birth of Holy Mother of God.
The Holy Mother of God, the Church of the Holy Mother of God.
And there is also a mosque not far away from here. A mosque.
So you probably have enough of Tatars here then, if they have mosque. Well, actually, you're relatively not that far from Tatarstan.
We do have,
and historically.
We do have Tatars, but also, as I said, we have many immigrants from Caucasus region.
Oh yeah, many of them are Muslims, Sunni Muslims as well.
Well, Central Asia too.
Actually, I think that out of all of those former Asian republics and Caucasus, only Armenians are an Orthodox Christians and Orthodox Christians.
Armenians are actually the first Christians.
But you know, Chechens, Dagestanians, they all are Muslims. Pretty cool. By the way, the weather is pretty good. I wish yesterday same weather would be in Yekaterinburg. By the way, today, when I went from Yekaterinburg here to here, still, like all this Sverdlovsk region, it was in a bad shape. I mean, like, it was all cloudy. It was a huge rain. But when I got here, closer and closer to here, it was just awesome. Everything dry and sunny. Blue sky, white clouds, amazing weather. And still it is. Orthodox Christian Church, of course. Most of Russians and Orthodox Christians. John Tomosa, I love your vlogs. Thank you for love. Yes, there is a mosque in St. Petersburg as well. More than that, it's it's like almost right in, not almost, but right in front of Peter and Paul Fortress.
So yeah, this is the main street of the city, the Lenin Street.
Of course, Lenin. It's like Lenina. Yeah, usually the main streets in the cities, they are or Lenin streets or prospects of Lenin Avenue. But also sometimes it's a Karl Marx Avenue or Karl Marx streets. sometimes it's a Soviet street. Oh, by the way, one of bicycle lanes, right?
Yeah.
Whoa.
And here's a cycle.
Yeah, I was almost beaten off by him now. Панорамки показываю. And this is more like street art for kids, right?
Yeah.
Like such a kid style. You got it. One of the most popular TV series in Russia, The Real Boys or Real Guys, filmed here, right?
Yeah, sure.
And they are just real, like a local guys
Yeah.
who
they
just
are
decided to film the TV series.
Yeah, they are local, but now they both probably live in Moscow.
But it's interesting, and that only confirms that slogan on the embankments that the happiness is not behind the mountain, and the main thing is an idea. If you have an idea, you can come up with this no matter where you are. And you know, the local Perm guys just got with an idea to film such a TV series, Реальные пацаны, the real guys, and they did it, and it became like very popular.
Yeah, look, those guys, they weren't just like usual average guys. They played in KVN. So those guys, they were kind of like...
But again, this is a local KVN team.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah, sure. They are locals, but they're not like average guys from the street. No.
We also have to explain that KVN, it's like the club of like comedy around the students. It's the teams that the students of different towns and cities of Russia and even like a former Soviet Union they create, and then they have the leagues, and the winners of the lowest leagues then goes to higher and up to the highest league, which actually perform every week on TV1, on Channel 1 Russia, which is the biggest channel. But still they are, however, still the local guys. And they and this is what?
Yeah, this is just a restaurant, basically. Nothing special.
Okay, but looks cool.
Yeah.
Looks not bad. Interesting. The restaurant. Мы хотим видеть дальше, чем окна дома напротив. Мы хотим жить. Мы живучи, как кошки. И вот мы пришли заявить о своих правах. Да, слышишь шелест плащей, это мы. Дальше действовать будем мы. I wonder why that lady was riding the bicycle here when here is the whole lane. Whoa, look, the guy in Ushanka hat in the summer. That's interesting. Interesting, correct?
It's probably not legal. So, are you staying in this hotel, like Ural?
No, I'm not staying in Ural hotel. I'm staying in a pretty cheap hotel, which is somewhere inside of an old building. It's a kind of shitty hotel. But I told you I have to be cheapskate. Because even those people were asking me to go to Ural for years. However, now when I'm here in a Urals, well, it's like not as interesting as the girls on Nevsky.
Yeah, because this is like the biggest hotel in Perm cry, basically.
It's biggest hotel in whole Perm region, and it's called Ural Hotel. Okay, we can go, right?
Yeah.
And that's actually where we've met, right?
Yeah.
Where you was stalking me.
So yeah, this is Tsum, the central shop.
Zoom,
Yeah.
the central department store from the Soviet times, right?
Yeah, sure.
But
It's been renovated.
but I hated that it is now covered with this how to say poster, big poster.
Yeah, well, this poster
Curtain.
appeared only this year. It wasn't here last year.
Yeah, because you know it's closed. The architecture.
Yeah.
I love the architecture.
And here's a McDonald's on the first floor.
Oh yeah,
Basics.
this is actually some kind of occupation of an American fast food. Occupation of the Soviet architecture by an American fast food. Fast food. So we go to the place where people hang out. Okay.
So as you can see, the McDonald's is pretty popular.
Yeah, because nowadays McDonald's turn to be pretty cheap, especially when you buy combo. But for example, I can't eat in McDonald's too often. It's very bad. It's very bad for me.
And all tram, I think.
And these are
These are just residential buildings.
Khrushchevka,
Yeah.
Khrushchevочка. But I don't like Khrushchev buildings that much. I mean, they are okay for living, but they,
Like shops on the first floor.
yeah, but they absolutely out of any architecture, I would say. Architecture, decoration, architectural idea. This is just a plain building. But I already was telling about this many times that Khrushchev has his own strategy. His strategy was like fuck the architecture. Let's think about more of a square meters where people actually can live.
Yeah, those were like built like temporary living.
Yeah, it was considered as a temporary, but still.
They never ruined them.
Yes, only in Moscow. Only in Moscow they started little by little to demolish them. But again, because in Moscow the land is the most expensive in Russia. And actually this is economically efficient to demolish the building and to compensate all the residents who live there.
So here we have two of the biggest malls in Perm. It's like Coliseum, two Coliseum malls here.
But it's kind of stupid name for this kind of mall.
Yeah, well, I don't know. They just came up with that.
Because look, this has nothing in common with Coliseum and with the ancient Rome architecture.
Yeah, they just wanted it to sound epic or something.
Yeah, they want to sound epic, but come on, Sarah, keep it up. I will keep it up. I much more love the buildings like this. Look.
Yeah, it's a concert hall actually. It's concert hall.
Прекрасно. Wonderful, I think. So, and what's people hanging out there or not?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, I mean, where we go now? Not there, I hope.
Yeah, sure. There are a lot of people. We're gonna see them right now. There are fountains. Keys.
This is actually the organ concert hall. Organ. Bach. Is this the administration of a region?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, you know, by the architecture, I already started in all these cities to guess where is the administration of the city and where is the administration of the region.
Yeah. And a monument to Lenin again.
Whoa.
Not Lenin, like to the city.
Hello to Ronald again. Ronald. He is a big fan of Lenin. Whoa. It's exactly like a upscaled copy of what used to be the sign for a pioneer, right?
Yeah, sure.
Or no, for Komsomol. For Komsomol,
those little things, little emblems.
yeah. It's the sign on your clothes.
Order of Lenin.
Yes, and look, there is the sign that for a huge success in developments of industry in 1971, the city of Perm awarded with the Lenin Order hammer and sickle. And look, за большие успехи в развитии промышленного производства в 1971 году город Пермь награжден орденом Ленина. For a big achievements in the development of industry, in industrial production in 1971, Perm awarded with Lenin Order. Mickey Macbeth, so should I not send super chats if they criticize Ronald? It doesn't matter. You can criticize him.
Yeah, we should go. So these are basically the cypress blades. Right here. Yeah, here they go. I actually tried. Look.
But why then he was now just riding here and almost beat me?
Well, because there are no like strict rules about it. Everybody just drives their bicycles the way they want to. You can drive on the lane, you can drive like on the pedestrian way, nobody cares.
Okay.
But they do exist anyway.
And they are really long, at least in terms of...
Yeah, like this one, it goes to the railway station, to the main railway station. It's like 3 kilometers.
Good. So you often on your bicycle use it?
Yeah, sure.
Lukoil,
Yeah.
one of the biggest oil companies in Russia. Lukoil. It was created like almost right after the fall of USSR, right? When capitalism came to Russia.
And here is this park. It's a newly built park. It has been opened only recently.
Does it has name?
Well, basically just the Central Park.
Central Park of Perm. Cool. Let's check it out. I guess let's go this way.
Basically Esplanade.
Esplanade. So that's Esplanade.
No, actually, the real Esplanade is right there. It's now closed.
Got it.
This park is newly built, but it's also called like Esplanade.
Whoa. It's actually huge.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
And I like to see that here seems like a good zoning. For example, here you can say for sure that Like here is a bench parts, you can just sit down. There's the playgrounds, there's the fountains.
Yeah, so this is probably the best looking place in the city. This part.
And look, they taken care, like everything is done according to the technologies, like for the canalization, the rain to go away and stuff like that. And also here is, you see how is the border made the way that you actually, the rain with the dirt never flows in to the ground. So the water goes away and the dirt from here never goes out. It's like Varlamov, how to say, thought.
Thing.
Do you watch or read Varlamov?
Yeah, I know Varlamov. Yeah, I watch him sometimes. He always like criticizes architecture and stuff.
This is still the administration, right? But
Yeah,
from
yeah.
another side. Whoa, this is a huge building, you know,
And we have the old like Soviet
coat of arms.
coat of arms. Yeah, it's still there. It's not removed. We have the flag of Russia and the flag of Perm here on the top.
Russia, Perm region. I think the guys don't know what is cry means. It's like they think that Perm is cry, right?
No, it's K-R-A-I, cry.
Yeah, but it sounds like.
Yeah, but in English it's also cry. It's called Perm cry in English.
That's in case if you forgot how I look like. Okay. Well, cry, it actually means like an edge, but it's not an edge. It's not called region or the republic, not because it is located somewhere in on the edge of Russia, but well, I actually not even sure what is the exact difference between cry, edge, and region, oblast. Not sure. I think that there's the minimal difference, and maybe now even not exists. Maybe existed in the Soviet times, and now it's still like called like cry, the edge, like Perm edge. John Bauer, thank you big time.
Modern architecture, straight.
And kind of original for Russia playgrounds. And that's good. I think that most of kids really like a little bit tired of just all the same mountains and just the sandboxes. But here is something where they can create their own scenario of the game, right?
So here they're building yet another mall.
That's another mall.
Yeah, it's gonna be another mall.
You know, what about malls? What really surprises me, sometimes they are construct like a huge mall, and there's a lot of people coming, But then they construct, another big mall, and there's also still lots of people. But at the same time, in the older mall, there's no less people. So where from all the time they're getting more and more people to come?
That's the secret.
Or maybe it just seems like that.
That's a mystery of business.
For example, in Ufa, there's a huge mall called Mega. And there's a lot of people in Mega. Then they opened the Planeta Mall, also a huge mall. And there's never became less people in Mega. And also lots of people in Planet in the same time.
So yeah, all this stuff is new. It wasn't here like 2 years ago. There was nothing here, just like green lawn.
I love it.
newly built.
I love it that now there is no such a thing like, hey, don't walk by the lawn. You see now everywhere, like in all the new parks, they are making the kind of lawn that actually you can get on. You can lay down on it.
We can actually see the monument to the soldiers. It's right there. But we can't get closer because
Yeah, now we'll get closer.
it's fenced off.
The fountain. You guys already noticed that here in Russia, we love the fountains. And look, there's also interesting zone. It's like a swing zone. They are just swinging there. You see, swinging there. What? And a big fountain. What is this? Is this a light or is it speakers? Oh no, this is a light.
Yeah, these are lighting. Here's another mall, Iceberg. It's called Iceberg. It's a
Well-
pretty old mall. It's been here for like since, I don't know, Soviet times basically. It's a very old mall.
So in Perm, people also love to go to the malls.
Yeah, they definitely do.
They open them more and more. Do you think that it is always like fixed flows, or they are changing?
They do change for sure. They do change.
They change the way how
Yeah.
they work.
Sometimes they're higher, more intense. No, they're not that.
So do you think that it is actually now kind of safe to go through this?
Well, it's pretty safe.
I mean, it's not gonna work like let's say in Peterhof. There's the fountain Joker. It works. It doesn't work, or it works like slow, and then when you go through, it's like pouring you with the water. Okay, I will try to go through. Let's try this.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Let's do this.
Okay.
Yeah, it can work. It can work more or less.
So
And
this is actually a new fountain. There is also the old one. It's right there, near the drama theater.
got
The
it.
local drama theater.
Got it. Look. Well, technically, it can start working in a full length
Yeah,
in
sure.
any moment.
Yeah. They probably won't do that though.
So we better go away from here. Now we are safe to be poured by the water.
This is the monument to the soldiers. This is basically the most important monument of the city. So we can't go too close to it because it's fenced.
Got it. Mickey
Kind
Macbeth.
of see it from here.
Mickey Macbeth, good luck with your vlog. You've chosen a Nazi as your moderator. Goodbye, Ronald. You guys find peace, okay? You need to find peace.
So here we have like late Soviet buildings, high-rise apartment buildings.
Which still looks not that bad
Yeah.
from the point of view of architecture. I mean, I would better prefer the architecture like this. Even if it's not ideal, than the newly made ceramic and granite tile. I hate it.
Yeah, these are like 14-story buildings, late Soviet architecture.
So that's what he was talking about. The Esplanade
Yeah.
is under renovation.
The old Esplanade. This is the new stop, the new park. And this is the old one, and now it's unfortunately it's off limits because it's undergone reconstruction.
I'm gonna show the panorama of the new Esplanades once again. Mary Rose D, #1 fan. Thank you for super sticker. That wasn't bad. Was not bad. Your acrobatics. The new Esplanade and Perm. The weather is good. That's really what makes me really happy. I wish there was such a weather in Yekaterinburg yesterday. But I have a reason to get back to Yekaterinburg again. Same as to Perm. I actually think that sooner or later, but I will keep visiting, and those cities which are already visited, for example, in a year or two, and see what's changed, and also explore the new districts.
Actually, have you ever been to Kaliningrad?
No yet, but you see, I already explained this to my in my live streams. I explained that the thing is, I'm trying to be efficient, and you see, super chats that people are sending to me. These super chats, they form the budget, and I take this budget, and the thing is, I'm trying to get maximum of this budget. And let's say many people asking me, will you go to Vladivostok? I can go to Vladivostok, but look, what is better, let's say now, to go just once to Vladivostok for a couple days, and just like maybe to make 2 videos from there, maybe 3 videos, or for the same amount of money to go like all around Volga and bring way more content, or all around the Golden Ring. So at first I'm trying to make what will bring more content. And I was asking to the guys, what do you think? Would you like more stuff, but closer, or like one stuff but more distance? And for now, like, most of people are thinking that, well, I'm making right, okay? I need the stuff. After all, I'm not getting as much of super chats as like to go today to Vladivostok, tomorrow to Kaliningrad. So I have to be pretty cheapskate and efficient. For example, when from the Republic of Karelia I came to St. Petersburg, I was mostly more than a week. I was live streamed just from St. Petersburg, and I was saving up the money for this trip to the Urals.
So you basically didn't really have a plan for Perm. You just relied on that website, or what? That is now not working.
Once again,
you did have a plan for Perm. You just was relying on that website that is not working, like to see things.
Yeah, I just wanted to go through that green route, Green roofs. Okay, so now you think there is nothing more interesting?
No, there are like a lot of interesting things.
I mean, before we will go to your neighborhood.
Well, there are like a few things. There's a library right here.
The thing is, soon is the sunset coming,
Yeah.
and we better go to the outskirts now. I think
We'll need to go there anyway right now.
okay. I think that I better will request taxi for us. It will be faster.
Oh, okay. No problem.
And you just tell me where will be the best points
Sure.
for the taxi to sit down. So now we are going to more distant from the historical city center district. How it's called?
So
How-
yeah, basically it's called like Sverdlovsky district.
Sverdlovsky.
Yeah, Sverdlovsky district. Because now this is Leninsky district. We're going to Sverdlovsky.
Both Lenin and Sverdlov, they were significant Soviet
Basically,
figures.
all the factories are in Sverdlovsky district, like most of them. It's like a district full of factories. All the industry is located there.
I guess we can just request taxi to this bus stop.
Well, probably, yeah.
And this is the monument you told dedicated to
Yeah.
World War II, right?
Yeah, the soldiers, Soviet soldiers.
Uh-huh. Too bad we can't get closer because here they are making the renovations. I hope it will look as great as,
yeah,
as
basically-
that one.
This is the monument to Герои фронта и тыла.
The heroes of front and rear.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, in Magnitogorsk, there are also like the monuments to the metallurgist who giving the swords to the soldier. So the metallurgist, he was the soldier of the rear because he was the one who was working hard to produce the stuff. Some shells, the parts for tanks, if we talk exactly about Magnitogorsk and all this stuff, bullets. And this word symbolized that he gives all these tools, weapons to the soldier. Okay, so, так, сейчас. I will shut down the application for about a minute, okay? Because I need to request the taxi. Don't lose us. We will. Hey dudes, I got back. Just requested the taxi and we are waiting for the white Volkswagen Polo 312. License plate 312, 312. Okay? Now we're going to the neighborhoods which Stanislav tells going to be the real Russia.
Sure.
You've lost over 300 viewers by shutting down. Well, such is life, such is life. No video, опять no video. So, no video? Блин, как меня это бесит. Короче, когда бывает закрываешь, вот
Здесь
такая.
все работает.
Нет, это what is now, how it is now. So still nothing. Still nothing. How it is now? No. Okay. Okay. Stanislav said that it get back. It got back? Okay. Okay. Это не наш автобус? 14-й.
No, it's not. It's not.
Okay, just waiting taxi then. Taxi must come.
So this is the library.
Central Library?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the regional library
Gorky.
named after Maxim Gorky. He is one of the most significant Soviet writers, actually the founder of the style, which is called like Soviet realism. By the way, здесь не написано краевая, областная.
Yeah, that's a weird thing actually.
We are waiting for the taxi. Now enjoy the historical city center, because we will go to outskirts, which is just not as nice, right? But actually we also have to understand that the whole city can be as the historical city center. Your district is considered like a sleeping district.
Yeah,
Спальный
sure.
район.
Sleeping district.
Mhm. You know, even in St. Petersburg, let's say Kupchina is far not the same as the historical St. Petersburg. But in the same time, actually, there's nothing weird. Yeah, it's like just panel buildings, but nothing really weird. And
It's basically a district where we're going right now. People that work at the
uh-huh.
in that neighborhood. So the Lovsky district has the most amount of factories. The buildings that were Khrushchevkas, they were built for people who worked at the factories.
Well, that's how many towns used to grow. I mean, like, yeah, they are constructing the whole districts for this or that factory. Так, надо мне уже подключить, кстати.
Сейчас 5 сумок начинают.
Нет, зумить нет. Я понял, у меня зумил он всегда тогда, когда я к другому пауэрбанку подключал. А там, походу, какой-то вольтаж там, ну, вообще беспонтовый. Вот это как бы нормально у меня. Он как бы фирмовый. Да, Xiaomi, но это фирменный Xiaomi. А тот вообще какой-то непонятный. Вот, и он тупит. И мне кажется, вот у него там какое-то напряжение другое. И просто он начинает тупить. We're still waiting for taxi. It's kind of long. Or maybe I'm just spoiled. Because usually... О, 312. Come on, come on. Здравствуйте. I sat down here in front to show this city, okay? How long we will drive, you think? About
It's like 15 minutes.
15?
Yeah.
Whoa, 15 minutes. Then it's really a good idea that we've got a taxi.
Luxury song.
So this is actually another angle of view to Perm now from the passenger's front seat of a taxi. Again, we are driving through the administration of the Perm region. Hotel Ural, the biggest hotel in Perm. It's more like late Soviet Union architecture as well, right? But seems like renovated. We are now going to Sverdlovsky district. I think you guys worry for nothing. The guys are worrying.
Yeah, it's fine. Like you said many times, it was safe in Russia and stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty safe.
It's nothing to worry about, even in Kupchino.
Yeah. This is Komsomolsky Prospect, which is the Komsomol Avenue. It's more like what we call boulevards. In Russia, boulevards, it's when the roads in the middle separated with such a walkway full of trees. I'm not gonna make the hotel tour today because, well, first off, it's a kinda shitty hotel because I have to be cheapskate to be in a budget. This Ural trip required the budget. Along
This is the Perm University, by the way.
Polytechnical University. Yeah, we're now going to another level. We're going to the outskirts of Perm. But maybe it's not really outskirts, like, right? Just not the center, or this is outskirts.
Well, it depends actually. It's not the very outskirts, like neighborhoods which are far more, like far away from the center.
Got it. By the way, we said that here is no trolley buses anymore.
Yeah.
But here is the trams, and I never said that actually you don't have metro, the subway as well.
Yeah.
Even those.
Like there were plans to build a metro, but they like refused because the ground, like the
holes, karst. It's like in Ufa. I got it.
Yeah.
Same in Ufa.
Like, not a good idea to build a metro here.
In 1993, Boris Yeltsin, back then the president of Russia, came to Ufa and even like laid down the capsule. The capsule, like it's symbolism. It means like it's like the stars. He gave a stars for a planning of metro, which then had to turn into the construction. But then they have found there's a lot of called karst under the ground. Karst, this is actually the holes, and there's a huge chance that just everything will fall down if you will yet like dig the ground there.
So look, forward there is the so-called Bashня Smrti, the Tower of Death.
The Tower of Death.
Yeah, so it's a building. It's basically where MVD headquarters, basically.
It used to be the MVD headquarters.
Yeah.
MVD, it's a Ministry of Internal Affairs.
Yeah.
What means like the Ministry of Police.
Sure. And so there's like an urban legend about it that underground, under this building, they're like catacombs or something.
Mm-hmm.
Or like hold prisoners and stuff like that.
And what is this now?
This is the Komsomolsky Avenue.
Yeah, I mean now in that building.
Now it's still the headquarters of the
Still the headquarters of the Ministry of Internal Affairs of Perm region. Got it. Well, nice building those they have. A little bit Gothic, a little bit.
Через 300 метров поверните налево.
We're still in the historical city center, but little by little living it, and you can see everything. That's what I call the live streams to a whole new level.
Here's a fire building, like fire station.
Fire departments.
Yeah, fire department, this one.
Fire station, yeah, fire departments. It seems like it's old, right?
Well, actually it was built like in the late 90s, maybe early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
It's like another mall. Also, it's newly built. Now it's long out.
Yeah, unfortunately, you easily can say, the building is new, because there's just a glass and that frigging ceramic and
There's
granite
an older building
tile.
on the other side. It's crumbling.
Neil Cunningham, keep it up. Thank you, Neil.
And there's a stadium where the Amkar.
Oh yeah,
Soccer club used to play. Yeah, it's right here.
I forgot to say that actually. Here in Perm, the football club, which is playing in a highest league of Russia, which is called Russian Premier League. And
It used to play actually. It doesn't play anymore.
yeah, because they got outsiders, right?
No. It's because they're like gone. They
Bankrupted.
don't exist anymore.
Bankrupted. Got it.
Yeah.
And how about basketball?
Well, I'm not sure about basketball though.
And also, in the Soviet days, we also never said that in the Soviet days, Perm had the name Molotov.
Yeah, sure. It did.
Molotov, and Molotov, its last name. It's another significant Soviet figure, politician. Correct? Molotov. And also, I remember there used to be the team Molot Prikami hockey team. We are going to the outskirts, no fake, no bullshit, right?
Yeah. And there's actually the factory, the biggest factory.
This is.
Yeah, this is.
Now this is the biggest factory.
where they build engines for
Oh.
airplanes.
Yeah, the engines for airplane. Yeah. Well, it is even looks pretty not ecological.
Yeah.
But at the same time, in any country, you can do nothing with this.
It's literally stretching for like 5 kilometers.
Yes, Mark Delta was banned yesterday for twice calling this city with a very bad association. And he did that before yesterday, and he got at first from Ronald, he got a warning, and he was just timed out. But then another day, yesterday, he repeated that again, which was just unrespectful, pretty unrespectful for the residents of Perm and just to Russia. Okay. Do you think? Look, as a local, do you think it's a bad joke to call Perm? Do you understand what he called it?
No, I didn't really get it. What
No,
did he do?
as Perm.
Sperm?
Yeah, I think this is pretty.
Is he Russian or?
No,
Wow.
no, but like he did that twice.
Like, where did he get that from? I wonder.
Gaby Hyman, buy stand a beer. You are that sort of new levels. We'll do some beer, I guess, after the live stream, right?
Yeah, why not?
It's not like it's censorship, you know. Here is nothing to censor, but it's just how to say disrespect.
Yeah, now we're getting into it. We're getting into the real Russia right now.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, finally. It's only 20 minutes. Like, not 20, 12, I'm sorry. 12 minutes.
Left.
No, we've been driving for 12 minutes.
Okay, and 8 minutes left yet, right?
No, we're almost there actually.
Oh,
It's
good.
like 2 minutes
Good.
at best.
Good.
Or-
Actually, even not as far as
yeah,
I
told
thought.
you, it wasn't far away. 15 minutes of drive.
It looks like it was like a eatery. Looks
Yeah.
like a typical
This building
eatery.
is old.
Eatery for a workers.
It's now forsaken, like, for this building.
So yeah, I think this was a good idea to go on taxi just to make it faster, because the sunset is already coming, and I just want to film more during the daylight.
Yeah, now this is gonna be the content.
Stanislav promising us now a content, and I actually believe him because he's local, and he used to watch my videos for long, he said, right? For long.
Yeah, since 2013.
2013.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah.
You probably was a little boy when you started watching that.
Well, not really. I was like 17.
Somebody speak Russian here? Yeah, some people speak Russian.
And even here, they're building a freaking mall. Can you believe that?
This is mall?
Yeah, this is a mall.
Why not? Why not? Many people live here as well. And actually, it's almost never in Russia. Like, for example, the district. Like, for example, you can say that this district, like, let's say, poor districts. It's always like a mix. It's always a mix. Even in the
Show the
outskirts, even in the outskirts, they can live a lot of like how to say, and rich guys and poor guys and middle class, even in the outskirts.
Yeah. We've came to the destination. It's a sport complex, by the way. Newly built too. It was built in like the last
Oh,
few years.
you see? Yeah, it's not as bad as somebody can expect. You see the mall, you see the new sport complex,
Yeah, and all of
and
this,
even older like buildings.
Через 100 метров поверните направо. А затем поверните налево. Поверните направо. А затем поверните налево.
We came now to one of those typical Khrushchevka blocks. Окей. Так, все, да, приехали? Спасибо. Come on. Now, I guess here I will mostly will give you the words, so you direct me where to go.
yeah, let's go. So yeah,
Because this is your
basically-
neighborhood.
Yeah,
Mhm.
this is basically the neighborhood where I grew up. So it's a pretty average neighborhood. Like this is the kind of neighborhood where most Russians live, like in Russia, right? A very typical, like standard average neighborhood.
Yeah, like I said, like a Khrushchev buildings block. Usually the blocks are planned like this. They are staying like a quadro, you know? Okay.
Now let's go there. Yeah, look, take a look at the door. Yeah, here it is. Here it goes.
The door with the tags.
A very typical thing for a Russian neighborhood.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Look, the cage on the first floor window.
It's actually a shop.
Uh-huh.
It's a market.
So the shop just afraid they will be robbed. Right? Alex Chef, thank you.
So yeah, this is the real Russia. Guys, you got this.
But as I told you, everything is real Russia.
Everything is real Russia, definitely. And like compare this to downtown St. Petersburg. Go.
But let's say, if talk about Kupchina,
Okay.
it's not that different.
Yeah, look at the ground.
Yeah, the pit with the puddle.
Yeah, puddle. You can just fall, you can step, and your shoe is all messed up. So yeah, this is a very typical neighborhood, basically.
Five-story Khrushchev buildings. All the
It's four story.
4 stories,
four.
but still Khrushchev buildings, right?
Yeah, it's built like in the early 60s.
I guess it's like the very first series, right?
Yeah, probably.
And in these districts, all the residential buildings are Khrushchevka buildings, right? Or like
Well-
90% of them.
And also, there is these like 2-story buildings, like in this neighborhood, right?
Uh-huh.
Right on the other side, we can see those. It's like not everywhere in Russia you can see those two-story buildings. It's like unique for the city probably.
But look, compared to Kupchina, it's not as weird.
Yeah, this is the real Russia.
And look, somebody still has the gardens next to their. Usually, I remember that in Ufa, in districts like this, usually, if you see the garden like this, usually it is belonging to those who are living on a first floor. Do you think that here is the same?
Still no video. What the hell?
Мне кажется, кто-то смотрит с задержкой.
Oh no, it's fine.
Okay.
It's okay.
It seems like somebody watching the video with a delay. I mean, for example, they started to watch maybe like 10, 15 minutes after I started. And now, only now they see the black screen, okay? So they also have here the school inside.
Yeah, let's go this way. It's basically the whole neighborhood is just like consists of buildings like these.
Uh-huh.
Two-story red brick buildings.
Khrushchev buildings.
Yeah, probably. Oh, as I said, these were built in early 60s.
Early 60s.
Yeah.
Do you think that here is like how to say, the general plan was the general planning when they planned not only the buildings but also the kindergartens and schools?
Yeah, sure. They're like a school and a kindergarten.
That's, by the way, what I love about an old neighborhoods. And when I used to show Kupchina, it's the same. Like it's 5-storied Khrushchev buildings, but they're also like on every several blocks there is for sure necessary kindergarten and a school. And that was actually the advantage of how to say the fact that everything, all the land used to belong to the government. Why now many developers are having the problem? It's because how to say, it's because look, the businessman, development company, commercial company, they are buying just only a piece of land, and they are trying, they can't like to make a huge, really huge project. They are buying just a piece of land and they want to get maximum from this little piece of land. Okay. Какой чок там спит? Вон в машине. Okay, where next?
Yeah, just let's keep going. Show you around the neighborhood.
Yeah, neighborhood. Is Stanislav the real Russian? Of course, you see Stanislav growing up in a real Russian neighborhood. Khrushchev buildings.
Do they think I will
and
inspire
and this is the Khrushchev neighborhood, not even like somewhere in Moscow, but in St. Petersburg, but in Perm, which used to be just like you know, the city, Urals, industrial city in the Urals.
Yeah, this is just the average neighborhood.
So you're the real Russian for sure. Do you think that? Do you think that most of these residential buildings already went through the maintenance? Because let's say, look, it seems like It's maintained not that long ago. Maybe
Well,
like
what do you
50.
mean under maintained? They just look like they did 40 years ago, don't they? Well, besides like the new windows, plastic windows on the balconies, what else is maintained
I
here?
mean, like inside there's
Oh, you mean the apartments themselves?
no. I mean the apartment. It's all the apartments now private,
Yeah.
and it's not a problem of the government anymore. If you're not making the maintenance inside, but inside of the hallways, usually they are it's what the managing company must to make inside. For example, here you see they have plastic windows because this is a hallway, right? And also there's inside they have to paint everything. And look, they definitely like changed the door with intercom.
Yeah, but look, what the frick is this? What are these like pockets?
Usually, I
Bags.
can explain what it is. Usually, this is somebody of the residence. It's what used for plastering. This is actually plaster, you know. And somebody was making the maintenance in the apartments. Okay, they were making the maintenance in the apartments, and they just leave it here. They supposed like to remove it, but it's still staying here.
Yeah.
There's no other reason for this. Somebody suggests to look at somebody's window, but I think it's not the best idea, right?
Yeah, it's a bad idea.
Yes, it's gonna be
People
rude.
are straight looking at us right now.
Yes, and besides that, it will be pretty quick for them to go out and to run. We don't need ranting, right? Runt, ну типа кричать на нас.
Yeah, I know that.
Where
Rant
next?
Is like rant is something like whine. It's like when you're whining about something.
Uh-huh,
whining.
uh-huh.
It's more like that.
But it's more like going to be like ranting, like shouting us. Well, where? There or
Yeah,
here?
let's go there.
Мы хотим видеть дальше, чем окна дома напротив. Мы хотим жить, мы живучи как кошки. И вот мы пришли заявить о своих правах. Да, слышишь шелест плащей, это мы. I think this
Yeah, look,
song,
it
this
has the mark.
oh,
1960.
I think this song now pretty how to say appropriate song, right? 1960.
Yeah.
I think now this is a pretty appropriate song of Виктор Цой. Мы родились в тесных квартирах спальных районов, да? Мы потеряли невинность в что-то там в борьбе за любовь. And any enjoyments here, like maybe clubs, the sections for kids. That building is as old as me, Ronald said. Ronald born 1960.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's like. People just live in buildings built like 50, 60 years ago.
Look, what's there?
Well, basically, it's called Hladokambinat.
Ah,
It's where they produce like ice cream and stuff.
ice cream plants.
Yeah, something like that.
So, did you answer it about clubs? Some clubs here.
Yeah, where we actually like passed already a place where there was a club when we were driving in a taxi. It's not
There-
far away, but we actually
There
passed it.
was, now not anymore.
No, it's still here. We just passed it when we were going in a cab.
But mostly, if people want to hang out, they go to the center.
Actually, yeah, this like in this neighborhood, it's a bad idea to go to local clubs. You can just like, I don't know, literally you will get problems. Like it's not a lie. Because I myself, I have witnessed in that club that I'm talking about right now. They're like guys were fighting in it. It wasn't like in 90s or early 2000s. It was like maybe 3 years ago or something.
Got it.
Yeah, it was literally like fighting, drunk and stuff.
Okay, where go next?
I just go that way. Actually, it looks brighter on the camera, so we
Yeah,
don't have to worry about it too much. The phone just makes its improvements, its fillers.
that's good. That's good. So it's more comfortable for people to watch. Мы родились в спальных районах. Well,
Like, show this. The grass.
yeah, but it's not that bad.
Well, it is what it is. It's real Russia.
Yeah, but you know, now, let's say in St. Petersburg, even in the neighborhoods like this, they started to cut the grass. But do you know that actually now the problem came from where they never expected this, because the complete cutting off the grass, it's affecting many insects and birds. Do you know about that? About such a problem now in the cities? That because they started to cut the grass, it has made the problems.
Yeah, it's terrible. How the heck people are supposed to live without grass?
And the thing is, and another problem that people are telling about, that all these guys who cut the grass, like they don't know that exists not only the morning but also day and evening, and they always like starting at 7 a.m. You know,
Show the building here.
when people are sleeping.
Also, very basic apartment building, Khrushchev building.
It's called Khrushchev because the buildings like this were developed in Khrushchev times, and were constructed exactly by an order of Khrushchev, who changed the development policy. He said that, okay, stop to construct so-called Stalinist empire buildings. Yes, they are beautiful, but they are much more expensive and much more longer to construct. Okay, we better construct just a simple plain buildings, but pretty fast, and more people will get their apartments. And also like not just people, but like simple people. Because for example, in a Stalinist residential buildings, they're mostly the apartments were given first of all to significant people, like different professors, constructors, architects, and composers. You see, and this is mostly for like for workers, according to the communistic idea, where the main person was who? The worker. You remember what Lenin said? Everything we've reached so far, we've reached thankful to the support of the most wonderful force in the world. The force, the power, the labor of the workers and farmers. Lenin. That's the communistic idea. Proletary, actually, working class.
Yeah, let's just keep going.
Where like it's enough to feed all those how to say, nobles, working class. Мы хотим жить, мы живучи как кошки. И вот мы пришли заявить о своих... It's school, да?
Yeah, it's a school actually.
And this is where you can... the dumpster.
Yeah.
the dumpster. And also the separate dumpster for plastic bottles, right?
Yeah.
School, typical school, looks like typical school.
It's actually, we can't go there. It's closed.
We can, yeah, but I just want to show from here. And here during the summer, they usually make the maintenance of the pipes, right? And this is exactly the school which I had in Ufa. It's like 1960s project. But it's pretty efficient, I can say.
Pretty basic neighborhood school,
Yeah.
Russian.
Yeah, this is one of typical projects of a school in 1960s, and there's still a lot of them in all over Russia.
I showed this place here.
What's here?
It's basically общежитие. This is an
Dormitory.
Yeah.
It's a dormitory. Usually, you can easily say it's a dormitory when there is no balconies. Usually, the dormitories just don't have balconies. But dormitories for what?
for workers of the factory.
Okay. So actually,
It's too bad we can't go inside it actually.
yeah. Look, actually, Khrushchev, he had a sense. He had a sense when he was telling, like, okay, let's construct the plain buildings, but we'll give more apartments to the people, because you see, some was getting the dormitories. It's like the rooms. It's more like a communal apartments, but where just every room was separate, I guess. So even to get the apartments, at least in Khrushchev building back then, it was pretty good, because we also have to remember that it was a tough time. It was just how to say, it's just a decade, like 10-15 years after the war.
And actually, this is an orphanage.
An orphanage?
Yeah, this is an orphanage.
Yeah, but you know, I know for sure that many orphanages are pretty good now. And do you know that actually now in Russia, in orphanages, it's not that bad as it used to be. More than that, for example, do you know that the children in orphanages even got spoiled? Because these days they are getting like really enough of support. Maybe not everywhere, but in most of places. For example, they are not ready to take everything what you're bringing them just because they are orphans. So from this point of view, I think that Russia made
Yeah, I showed this here.
a big step.
The road.
This is sidewalk
Yeah. Near the orphanage.
near the orphanage. They just don't cut the lawn here. But it's better here inside.
Oh, look.
Сейчас, секунду. Look, it seems like an orphanage taking care about their territory some better than the communal services.
What the hell is this?
Yeah, somebody's trash. Okay, from here I've got it. That's local. How to say, the local managing company working worse than, let's say, an administration of the orphanage, because here the lawn looks good. The real Russia, right?
Yeah.
And there's, it seems like behind this fence, there's a kindergarten.
It's kindergarten, yeah. Looks pretty Soviet too.
It's a kindergarten next to the orphanage. Okay, where next? There?
I just got
Это
This is a school.
this is a school. It's still same school, but we are now actually behind it. And here is the football fields. And look, the school taking care about the streets better, not street, but their territory good as well. Well, unfortunately, in Russia, what's the problem? Sometimes, every certain territory, the districts, or how to say, neighborhoods, can be pretty different from another. Just because in one neighborhood there is more responsible guy, like the boss. You see, every neighborhood, or at least every, like several neighborhoods, they are attached to any certain communal service. Communal company, and every communal company has the head, and everything is exactly depends on the heads, how responsible he is, how to say, professional, and also how corrupt he is. Because, for example, you can take money and you can just all like steal it, but you may not steal it, or steal not that much. Okay.
It's another kindergarten here.
What is this?
It's a kindergarten.
Kindergarten?
Yeah, at another.
You mean behind
behind
garages? But actually, these garages, usually in such garages, people have even the electricity. Let's look. Well, maybe not this, because when it's electricity, you usually can see the wires. But still, maybe they go under the grounds. However, even they don't have electricity, most of these garages also have the basements, like pogreb. How to say pogreb? How to say pogreb?
Well, maybe. Well, it's ecology.
No, it's like basement for the basement to store different, like say, pickles and stuff like that, maybe potato and stuff. Look, also we have to say about the roads. Same about the roads. For example, there is such a thing like, let's say, federal roads. It's an interstates, which are, by the way, the best now. Like if compared with another roads, the regional roads, city roads, and also like district neighborhood roads. And you see, again, everything depends, again, on each certain, how to say, administration.
Yeah, well, I'm just showing my neighborhood, basically. I'm not sucking it out of a finger.
Yeah.
It's truly like the neighborhood where I lived for the first like 18 years of my life.
And now, how old are you? How old are you now?
I'm 24.
24.
Yeah.
Okay, so most of your life you lived here.
Yeah, definitely most of my life in this neighborhood.
Got it. And this is already like more like 1980s, right?
Yeah, probably. Maybe like, 80s, maybe early 90s, something like that.
Eric Gorder, one. Hello, you all. Have a good one. Thank you big time. Thank you big time. In which district they are? It's Sverdlovsky districts of...
It's microrayon, Октябрьский microrayon.
Yeah, micro district called Октябрьский, Octobers. And here the guys have like the yard, right? Also the yards. Look, I know that kind of buildings. Look, this is usually the kind of buildings they are constructed in the so-called military towns. Do the military military
there
people?
There was a military base right here.
Yeah,
there's a military base. Used to
exactly,
be.
exactly.
Now it's forsaken.
I know it, dudes. You see, I already recognize many kinds of architecture, and I even guessed that, for example, the residential buildings like that, it is exactly, it's usually the kind of residential buildings they used to construct for the military guys in the military towns. Yeah, we actually in Russia we have such a thing or at least used to have, maybe still have, as a military towns. For example, the Russian government or the Soviet governments, they decide that here or there, but they need the military base or like an army, how to say, part, часть, как будет, units, army, military units, army units, and they, okay, let's start it. And usually they are starting this in a lands which is like unsettled. And then from like all over Russia, they are bringing the officers. Of course, like the soldiers, it's just the guys older than 18 years old that they call to the army, and that's it. But administrative staff must be the guys who are already experienced, and they are inviting them from another military units, and for them they start to construct the residential building like this. For example, in Ufa, I used to show the one like that as well. Okay, let's keep going. Okay. So this is like a yard, right?
Yeah, I wasn't here in 2000s.
Do you think that rock music is developed here?
Yeah, rock
in Perm?
Rock is pretty popular in Perm, yeah. Definitely.
I mean, like own bands who make own music, because let's say in Yekaterinburg, rock got a huge development. Okay. Just a second. It's interesting balconies.
Yeah, actually, I live in a building like this one. Exactly the same type. It's basically it's late 80s, early 90s.
Yes, it's interesting that this kind of architecture actually in Russia inspirates how to say the people for writing a rock music. It was like that in St. Petersburg, and it is like this in Yekaterinburg.
Like, yeah, it's not about that you will get jumped or something. You probably won't. It's just like about the living standards, right? It's not like he's right about that there are like no gopniks that can like rob you or do something like stab you. It's not.
Yeah, because now at least it doesn't even make sense for gopniks. Many people, by the way, don't even still understand who are the gopniks. Okay, let me explain. Finally, let me explain who are the gopniks. Gopniks back in 1980s, it used to be like the young man, mostly men, young men, from like maybe from starting from 14 to maybe like 25 years, and these are exactly the thugs, shallow criminals. And there was such a meaning as gop stop. It's like the stop by gopniks. And it means that you go and you're getting gob stopped, actually getting mugged. What's in the English language you call mug. It's actually the people who mug, just shallow criminals, shallow thugs who mug you. But now, back then, maybe it made sense because, for example, when the USSR was about to fall, and especially after fall, it was a pretty bad situation economically. People like literally hadn't the money to eat because, look, the economy fucked up, okay? And so it made sense, it was making sense for the people, for the gopniks to go and gop stop somebody, okay? Gop stop somebody and to get at least something. Now it makes no sense. I've read about such an article that, let's say, the thieves exist in every country. The only question is what's the amount for which people are ready to make the, how to say, the steal, rob. For example, let's say in the United States, maybe nobody will mug you for $20, but maybe they will mug you for $2,000. Okay, same here. And now it makes no sense because look, most of people now, they don't have cash. Okay, they have the cards. It's the first thing. Next thing, even if now people have the phone, everybody have the phone. The value of the phone, it's broke down pretty much. Okay, and this way it makes no sense anymore to gop you, like to mug you, because what you can get, well, the cards, which actually then will be easy to track you, the phone, which maybe you will sell maximum for, I don't know, 1,000 rubles, which is like 15 bucks. You know, even stupid gopniks, I mean, like even stupid gopniks in Russia will not, how to say, jeopardize themselves for 15 bucks, 30 bucks. It just makes no sense.
No, I actually just think they're like afraid of the law, the police.
Yeah, yeah. Another thing. Давай идем пока. Another thing was also what is important, that actually the police control growing up very much. For example, now everywhere the cameras, and if talk about like a big cities, more and more, not just the cameras, but the cameras which actually can identify your face.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, a lot of patrols. I love it how for the last years Russian police learns how to be like unnoticeable, but like they always around. You know, it's pretty good. Because you know, back in 1990s, some policemen themselves used to be like some kind of gopniks, but now they are started getting like a good money. And they actually now already not doing the stuff like that, because it's for them now it's more important, better to save their workplace than maybe to mug somebody. Гоп, стоп, я завернул из-за угла. Гоп, стоп. А Нинка, как картинка, с фраером бредет. А дай-ка керосинку, я пойду вперед. А посмотрю, а шо это такое, а шо это за кент? Керя, это же мент, я знаю. If I will sing like this, vice versa, it's a gopniks will afraid of me. And if to finish the theme of gopniks, actually now the gopniks are already not really exist. I mean, at least they don't look like gopniks anymore. Okay.
No, actually, the thing is that they do look like gopniks, but they don't really mug you.
Mm-hmm.
That's the funny thing, because
Yeah.
like, what do Westerners think when they like hear about gopniks? They think about like guys in Adidas tracksuits, squatting like. Asking for a cigarette or something. These guys, they definitely do exist. The thing is that they probably won't like try to mug you, rob you or something, because they're afraid of the law. That's the point.
Сейчас куда-то идти нам.
Let's just go straight.
Давай тогда на ту сторону, чтобы... нет, давай лучше на эту сторону, потому что тачки видеть. So here it is. But do you know that actually the original gopniks has nothing in common with the gopniks of 1980s initially, and I was making the whole video about it.
20s.
Yes, in 1920s. And by the way, the real gopniks, how to say, was born. The meaning of gopniks was born in my neighborhood, where now I live in St. Petersburg, where is now Hotel Oktyabrskaya, October's Hotel. Okay, and they're actually, how to say, the gopniks of 1920s. There was the place which was called Gop. It's главное, как там главное, я уже забыл. Нет, не главное. Государственное общество призора, like a state society care. And they were bringing back in 1920s just how to say, parentless guys, the boys who was turning into the shallow criminals for the re-education, for taking care about them. You see, that's the point. And actually, That's it. And and that's why they were called gopniks, because they were the how to say, uh no, the guys from gopnik, or that's ending nik, means like this is somebody belonging to this or that place. Gopnik, like the guy from gop. And then actually, I don't know, that's from where it went. Well, technically, well, of course, back then there wasn't tracksuits, but technically, yeah, like they also were like a shallow young thugs, shallow criminals. Okay, and look, here is even I see like a wooden barracks, right?
No, it's not wooden. It's actually made from brick, made of brick.
Ah,
Yeah,
it's
those
just
are exactly how I was talking about right just now.
well, here is just already hard, to how to see.
Well, this one is maybe a little better. See, it's a white
That
one.
that's why I wanted to come like faster for people to see more.
Yeah, these are those two-story built like brick buildings.
Yeah, unfortunately, already not that good to see.
Yeah, these are from the
Okay.
60s too.
1960s. But actually it's better to live in a two-floor building than in four or five-floor building, because like more space, less neighbors.
Yeah, actually, the point is that also in those 4 and 5-story buildings, there are this thing like basement, and like in these two-story buildings, there are like no basements at all.
No basements.
Yeah,
Whoa.
no basements at all. They just don't exist in these buildings.
By the way, yesterday I was telling the story about how I almost beaten off the taxi driver in Tumen,
Wow.
who was telling me about the old buildings, pre-revolutionary buildings.
Yeah.
No, alternative history. You ever heard about the alternative history?
Yeah, I did.
Those stupid idiots are thinking that an old pre-revolutionary buildings, they are uh, they are not just went down a little bit, went down like 1 meter down,
Yeah.
like merchant houses. Sometimes you go and you see that the first floor is like half a floor under the ground.
Yeah.
And actually this is the natural process, because it's just like more than 100 years, and it's probably also was without a good foundation, without good basement. Okay, and so it went down. But these guys, these alternative historians, are thinking that now all the history, modern history we have, it's all a false history. Why? Because actually what really was, they are buried under the ground, all the what used to exist, and on the land above the buried buildings, they are constructed the new civilization, our civilization, and that's we all are lives. And I told him that look, this is a complete bullshit. I'm telling you, because history, it's not just like a literature, it's not just like the science of description. It's a facts. It's a facts. The historians, what they do, they take several facts about something, several sources, which are most probably independent. And look, you can't fake that much. You can't fake that much. Besides that, well, try yourself to construct the building, and you will see that in 150 years, it's also like for 1 meter will go down under the ground. And he told me, you know what he told me? He told me that, look, he said, I will give you the title of the video, just 4 minutes video, he said. Just watch 4 minutes video on YouTube, which is called like this. I don't remember, but he said, and there you will understand immediately everything. You will understand that it's all a lie. And he called it alternative history, like a real history. And I said, come on, the guys, all their life learning about this. They are checking the archives. They used to talk with the locals. For example, those historians who existed like 150 years, 100 years ago, they traveled all over. They talked with the locals. And this is a lot of, nobody can fake everything and everywhere. What are you talking about? History, it's more or less but exact science, based on exact facts, which are mostly proven, you know. Okay. Okay, I guess here it's time to go because it is already dark. Already see nothing. Already see nothing. What I offered now is to go to the center and maybe drink some beer
Yeah, sure.
there.
Why
Okay. Okay, I will now request another taxi. Okay. And I will now gone for like 1 minute, and then I will call taxi, and I will get back when they will, how to say, will give a car. Okay.
Arrive.
When it will arrive. Not when it will arrive, but when they will tell me, the application will tell me
confirm.
which car, which. Do you see the picture now? Do you see the picture? I got back and I'm just worrying that the picture gonna be freaked up again. Okay. I want to dress as a gopnik for Halloween. Somebody want to dress as a gopniks. Have you ever been mugged in your life?
Well, not like mugged, but yeah, like
But I guess it was like back in 1990s, maybe the beginning of 2000s.
it was like last time it was like in 2015. Yeah. It wasn't like a mugging. They will just like I was walking in this neighborhood basically. I was walking at 1 a.m. I was just walking and those two like gopniks, they just came up to me like I don't really remember.
Look, also, if to continue the theme, make a little flashback to the theme of gopniks. I think that now the reason why you can be gobstopped is not financial, but just because like maybe they are drunk and like want like somewhere to, how to say, выплеснуть, как вы, like to get off their energy, some adventures. Я думаю, что вот в основном это сейчас даже докапывается, это не по финансовой причине, а просто там, ну,
They just
знаешь,
wanted to
так, типа
troll.
докопаться, ну. But actually, it's a fact that it's hard. Anyway, it's hard to meet gopnik. Maybe you like really need to go to some provincial city, go to the outskirts.
Yeah. Well, look, the point is that it's easy to meet a person that can be perceived as a gopnik, right? It's easy to meet such a person. Like in this city, it's full of those people, like low class, like badly educated and stuff. But the point is that they won't really try to mug you. They won't really try to steal your stuff. Like maybe they will just like, I don't know, laugh or something, like try to scare you. They won't really beat you. They will just like scare you, just to feel like they're superior or something. Just makes them feel better.
Yeah, like they wanna self-satisfaction.
Yeah.
Like they are so cool guys. Got it. They just wanted somehow to improve their
Self-esteem.
their psychological trauma.
Yeah.
Trauma that they are the mofos.
Неполноценность.
Got it.
Like you won't get stabbed with a knife. It's like, I don't know. It's very rare, obviously.
This guy is NFKRZ masked.
Yeah, do I sound like him? I don't at all. Or do I?
Gopnik tours, ladder driven by guy in Abbey bus. So lesson, gopniks will scare you but not hurt you. Jay
Yeah.
Gibson. So Jay Gibson understood it right.
Yeah,
okay.
pretty much.
Neil Cunningham. Sergey, we are hungry. Big time. Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you're hungry. But, you know, in these live streams, which are mostly like urban, to mess it up with with the foods, you know, with foods. And by the way, the restaurants here are actually now kind of closed. You can you can only go to the so-called summer terraces. Let's say if in St. Petersburg, in Moscow, in Ufa, it is already allowed to go inside of the restaurants. Here in Perm region, same as in Sverdlovsk region, they are still like, they still don't allow it, and you can only go to the summer terraces, okay? Let's hit a nightclub. Same about nightclub, you know? Where is the local Rubinstein streets? I think that Rubinstein, it's kind of unique streets. It's mostly like in St. Petersburg, the street like this. Well, anyway, do you think that here is exists the analog of Rubinstein Street
What's in there?
in Perm?
Yeah, what's in there on the Rubinstein?
No, Rubinstein. You remember in St. Petersburg, like the most restaurant streets in Russia?
Oh well, it's probably like in the center, like Lenin or Sibirskaya, as I said. Like
Yeah,
where
but
the
still,
most bars
but
are.
still, it's not. Yeah, the thing is, Rubinstein Street. It's not just the street where most of bars, but it's like full of bar streets. Well, actually, we already broadcast for more than 3 hours. So you actually today you saw my announcement that I'm coming here, and you like was expecting that I will be somewhere hanging around in the center, right?
Well, yeah. Well, I live not far away from the center, actually. So.
No, I mean, you knew that I'm here, and you exactly knew where I'm starting because I.
No, I didn't know where you would start. I just like
At
I
what
presumed,
time?
I presumed.
Yeah. Well, you knew at what time I will start.
Yeah, and
not
that's
where.
because
but,
YouTube says when you will stream.
yeah, that's it.
It's
Of
like
course.
15 minutes left until the event and all that stuff.
And actually, you got into the very right place because that's
Yeah.
exactly where I started.
Yeah, somehow I just felt like you would
Yeah,
start there.
I think that you thought that anyway you will be just in the center,
Yeah.
and when I will start, anyway you will see where exactly I am
Well,
in
it's
a real
pretty
time.
Easy to do.
Yes.
There's nothing hard about it.
Yes.
Like who wants to find a person like that on live stream? It's very easy to do.
Yeah. Well, I'm bringing the live streams to a whole new level.
It's because I actually assumed that you lived in that Ural hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I just was hanging around.
Yeah, it makes no sense at the Kirill.
It looks like it's.
Я думаю,
it's
да.
Kia, yeah.
Okay, we go back to the center. Здравствуйте.
Мы были на свинке.
Да.
Добро пожаловать. Не забудьте пристегнуть ремни безопасности. Даже на заднем сиденье. Поездка по Яндекс.Навигатору займет 10 минут.
You know, if to continue our talk, I never stopped in Ural hotel because it's 3 times more expensive than my hotel.
Yeah, got it.
And I have to be pretty efficient. I have to be in budget.
Well, it's understandable. Ural is definitely not cheap. It's like the biggest hotels, I said.
Yes. In the same time, I don't need all that fancy stuff there. All I need is just to take a nap, a shower, and go. Then I sleep. And already 6 a.m. in the morning, I already leave and drive. For example, tomorrow I will have to drive for 8 hours.
To Kiev.
Yes. We are getting back to the historical city center. The question for you, do you plan to stay here, or when it will be possible to leave Perm?
Well, probably I won't. To
You
be
won't.
honest.
You won't leave Perm, right?
No, I won't stay.
You won't stay.
Yeah.
Where you think you would love to go? For example, let's imagine, for example, the money is not a question. Where would you go? What's closer to you? For example, Moscow, St. Petersburg, or anything else?
Well,
What, for example, I can say about myself for sure that, let's say, I am definitely more a St. Petersburg guy.
you mean to choose from those two, like
Yeah.
Moscow and St. Petersburg?
Yeah.
Well,
Or maybe something else, I don't know.
you mean Russia still?
Yes.
Well, I'd probably go for Moscow though.
Moscow.
Yeah.
Got it. Well, Moscow is great.
Sure.
I mean, there's nothing bad about it at all. Some people who love St. Petersburg, they are kind of radical to Muscovites, or people who want to go. I'm not. I respect and these guys and those. I think Moscow is like for more like tech guys, and St. Petersburg for more like creative guys.
Yeah, but the VK was created in St. Petersburg. Just a funny fact.
Oh yes, yes. And do you know that actually the programmers, like the back end office, the technical guys, they are still there in Zinger, the house of Zinger. But all the office rats in Moscow. I mean, different managers, accountants, stuff like that. But the real guys who make all the scripts, all the programmers' parts, they are in St. Petersburg. The guys are criticizing you, but I think that it was interesting and like a good difference, And yes, as you said, correct. My phrase that I'm not sucking off the content of finger. After all, we gave the how to say both sides, okay?
Yeah, sure.
I like the balance. Anyway, we balanced, okay?
It's like not that I found that place on purpose. I just showed my neighborhood.
Uh-huh.
So I don't see anything bad about it.
Yeah, I think you guys really have to take it easy. After all, there wasn't anything really scary or terrible.
Well, we weren't gobstopped.
Yeah, we just got, I don't know, balance.
Are they criticizing me for showing that neighborhood or something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're just being strange, for reals. That is exactly the kind of neighborhoods where most Russians live. Believe it or not,
Whoa, a lot of critics. A lot of critics you've got. But I guess you was ready for that, right?
Yeah, sure, I don't care about it at all.
Well, I think it's okay because, however, we had a balance. Here is Mortar all the time asking me to ask you if you're feeling good that now everybody thinking your city a trash bin.
Is it my fault that it's that way? I just showed my neighborhood, that's all. That's all I wanted to do. Like since
Well, now
like,
now
literally,
more now thinking that everybody's
guys,
thinking that
look,
Perm
look.
is a trash bin.
I've been watching Sergey since 2013, and since that time, I just wanted to like show him and his viewers my neighborhood. That's all I wanted, basically. And that's what I did. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing else.
After all, anyway, it's went according to my how to say, my slogan: no fake, no bullshit.
Yeah, of course.
Everything as is.
That's the whole point.
The real Russia. But as I said, everything is real. That's the point. And that's actually the specific thing, the special thing about Russia. That Russia is so wide, so variable, so different. Well, let's say now we go to the center again. Have you ever been to St. Petersburg?
No, I've been to Moscow though. I've been to Moscow, but not St. Petersburg, unfortunately. Not yet.
Так, это вот мы вернулись, да?
Yeah. Komsomolsky Avenue.
Yeah. Komsomolsky
As you can
Prospect.
see, it's not that far away, like that neighborhood. We're like literally, we've been going for like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
And we're already at the city center.
you said 20 because you
No, it's
considered
15.
the bus.
It
Yes,
was 15, yeah.
but
20 it's on the bus.
but
yeah.
with the car we came. I mean, with a taxi even faster.
Yeah, it's 15 minutes with a taxi. So it's not like some shithole 35 kilometers away. It's just a basic neighborhood where like most Russians live. So I don't know. Not everybody lives in the city center, right?
Yes, correct. I also used to live in a very outskirts.
Здесь или подальше?
Да вот здесь вот можно. Да.
Пожалуйста.
Спасибо.
Всего доброго.
До свидания.
До свидания.
Okay, Temple Bar is closed and we need to find something else. Temple Bar. It's closed because of freaking pandemic.
Yeah, probably.
But we are in the very center and can
Well,
find something else.
It's not like the very, very center, but it's like Komsomolsky Avenue. It's considered kind of like Central Park too, but not the very center.
Still we are in the center of the city. And this is already again Leninsky district, right?
Yeah, this is actually...
Ну, в ту сторону, да, можно пойти.
Yeah, sure. That's the road to the center.
А, это вот МВД, да?
Да, башня смерти, Tower of Death.
Tower of Death.
Yeah.
The Ministry of Internal Affairs, actually like Ministry of Police. Нужно искать вот какой-нибудь типа кафе с летней террасой.
Actually, there was one in here. I remember somewhere around this place was a cafe.
Мы хотим видеть дальше, чем окна дома напротив. Do you like Виктор Цой? Kino music.
Well, I do know the Группа крови на рукаве, мой
But you're not a fan, right? If this is only
Wow.
what you know.
I guess I'm like too young for that stuff, but I do know the guy. I have heard the songs and stuff.
Yeah, you're young. You said you're 24, right? 24. And I'm 36.
I know. Yeah, look, they're just trolling us. It's like people in the city, they're just not used to camera at all. Like when you try to film them, they always like, why are you filming me? Why are you filming me?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like they're afraid, like I don't know.
DLS Chigo. Go to Krasnoyarsk and talk to the people, especially retards. Well, one day I definitely will go to Krasnoyarsk, but Krasnoyarsk, it's really like very north. It's I guess this is already not even Siberia, right? It's far away. But I will go as soon as I will be able, because I don't wanna stop the road trips. Those maybe I will not make the live stream starting from October. The problem about this is that the dates will get shorter, and you know, when it will be the day or even morning in where most of my audience, like in the States, in Europe, it will be dark. It will be dark here, and it will be lightful here, a day here, when it's a night there, and only a few people, relatively few people, will be able to watch it. So I will get back to just the normal, regular videos. Delivery truck. Now we're getting closer and closer to Kama again,
Yeah.
Kama River. Тимирязев. It seems like Тимирязев is in praise everything here in all the Ural. In all of this Ural cities, they're everywhere. Timiryazov streets, I've noticed.
IMAX cinema here. It's closed though.
IMAX.
Yeah. Crystal.
It used to be. It's a movie theater which is called Crystal.
Yeah, yeah. It's
and
a
they're
movie
inside the IMAX.
Yeah, yeah.
Good. IMAX. Мы хотим видеть дальше, чем окна дома напротив. Мы хотим жить, мы живучи как кошки. We're now trying to find the cafe bar with a summer terrace where we can get some, beer. So you don't mind an alcohol, right? But at the same time, you're not an alcoholic.
Not at all.
Got it. That's good. That's good. You're not an alcoholic. Or maybe bad. I don't know. What do you think about it? Do you think it's good you're not an alcoholic or bad?
It's definitely good.
Anyway, we're now going closer to the place where all the magic happens.
Yeah. You can actually literally just come to the center from that neighborhood. You can just go on foot to the center.
Uh-huh.
It's not that far away, so it's not like some shithole 35 kilometers. Like, for example, there's this neighborhood called Kirovsky district. It's in Zakamsk. So to that district, it's like 20 kilometers from the city center.
Whoa.
And when, like, where we were, it's like 6 kilometers from the center. So do your math.
Not that far, relatively 6 kilometers.
Yeah, sure.
But 20 is already, yeah. And this is like really going to be expensive if, let's say, those residents of Zakamsk, if they will get late, and they will get late for the last bus,
Yeah.
it's going to be more expensive for them to take taxi.
And actually, there's this problem with buses that you can't just catch a bus after like, I don't know, 9 p.m. for example. It's just freaking impossible. You just stay
Wow.
at a bus stop and there's nothing. Nothing is arriving.
Look, you have a Ferris wheel.
Yeah, sure. It's Gorkovsky Park.
It's Gorky Park.
Park Gorky.
So they have Gorky Park in Moscow and Gorky Park in Perm.
It's a pretty popular place too.
Может, хромую лошадь?
It doesn't exist anymore,
Okay.
obviously.
It was just a black joke.
Yeah, I got it.
So if you got this joke, then you seem have a good sense of humor.
Well, it wasn't that hard to grasp it. I mean,
That's good. О, это что такое у нас?
it's
What-
actually a cinema, October. Кинотеатр October.
The movie theater, which is
Yeah.
called October.
Actually, an X movie theater. It's more like a детский развлекательный комплекс.
Now it turns more to entertainment center for kids. You have a good understanding of English. You have a good understanding of English.
Thanks.
You know, I all the time getting comments on my heavy Russian accent, and 97% of these comments from Russians.
Yeah.
That's always, I consider this as such a bullshit. Damn, of course I have Russian accent. I must have Russian accents.
Well, accent
know?
is not the most important thing.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
It's like about the language itself.
Well, first, I must have accents, and the second thing is that I'm just the one who never trying to be like an American or a British or European wannabe. For me, it's just a tool. I'm Russian, and I carry the Russian culture, Russian history. So for me, it's just a tool. I don't use English to become European or American or Australian. And look, like, yeah, most of foreigners say nothing about my accent because when I've been to the United States, you have no idea how many accents I've heard there. This is the first thing. The second thing, of course, like, let's say an American do not expect me to speak like a clear English. It's just stupid. For example, do you know Tim Kirby?
Yeah, I do know.
He lives in Russia already for like 10 years.
He has a heavy American accent.
Yeah, and he speak Russian all the time, and he has a perfect Russian. He speak it all the time, and he already became the citizen of Russia.
Yeah, and actually, you
But-
know what? You know the funny fact about Tim Kirby. So, Russians in the comments, they say that they don't understand his Russian. Yeah, I saw that.
That's stupid.
Yeah,
because
I know. Yeah, I
because
understand his Russian okay, but like I saw some Russian in the comments like under his videos. They just say we don't
no,
understand your Russian.
it's just trolls. Because he has a good Russian, but he still never got rid of like accents.
Well, obvious.
And he lived in Russia all the time, 24/7, 365. CH telling that you sound like you're from Wisconsin.
I don't know. I
You-
just sound the way I sound.
You never been to Wisconsin?
No.
You ever been to the United States?
No.
Come on. Мы хотим жить. Мы живучи как кошки. И вот мы пришли заявить о своих правах. Слышишь шелест плащей? Это мы. И дальше действовать будем мы. So we almost came to that square next to Ural Hotel.
We're almost there. As you can see, the whole city is under reconstruction now.
That's good. Reconstructions. Recently, I've been to so many cities and towns, and everything is under reconstructions. But this is good. Аккуратно. Sergey, come to Brazil. Sergey, come to Brazil. Okay. Wait me after tomorrow, okay? So here it is, right? Or what? Look,
What?
this is Ural, not?
No, this is the State University.
Ah,
Perm,
okay.
like,
Ah,
State
okay,
University.
yeah, we still go.
And this is the court. This is the court.
Court?
Yeah.
А, course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Суд.
Ну, я понял. А какой?
Well, like Perm Cry.
The original court,
Original. Yeah.
which is unfortunately also covered with that curtain dedicated to 75 years of victory. Well, I mean, the reason is good. But I wanted to see the architecture. Okay, but next time, dude.
Yeah, actually, last year I was at the parade, like in 9th of May, and so the city was full of people, right? And this year it's like empty, so it was just canceled.
By the way, you talk about the safety. The safety. Look at these teenagers
Yeah,
walking. It's 10:40 p.m. Look, it seems like terrace is here. One of the terraces.
yeah.
We can go to any. I mean,
Look at this.
just get some beer. But the main thing, they accept the cards because I don't have any cash.
Шаурма номер 1.
Здравствуйте. Есть ли места? Любой свободный. Давайте туда.
Может, да?
Просто здесь может большая компания прийти. А нам-то нужно только, по сути, пиво. Okay, dudes, here is where I have to stop this live stream, because yeah, we shown everything today, everything we could, as the historical city center, as a little bit more distance outskirt place. Okay, and now get back here. Now just some beers, and I will go to the hotel. I need to go sleep as soon as it's possible, because tomorrow is going to be the longest ride so far to Kirov. Yeah, and you understood it right. This was the last video from the Ural trip. But the good thing that, however, the road trip is still going. Not in the Ural. It will be already what is called Russian plain. Russian flat plain. So I will go to Kirov, then to Vologda, and finally will come to St. Petersburg. Okay. And when I will come to St. Petersburg, I hope that I will be able to make at least one more road trip until the days will get really short. Okay. Bye for now. Stanislav. I hope you enjoyed this Ural trip. Magnitogorsk, Chelyabinsk, Tyumen, Yekaterinburg, and now Perm. But this is far not all the this is far not all Ural yet. I definitely will getting back here in the end of the video. Some more super chats. John Zentovsky, for a beer, you deserve it. Thank you big time. And Kevin C, here is for beer. Good. Stanislav is probably Putin. You're probably Putin. Okay. Sarah, thank you too. Ida Villa, thank you. Scott Wheeler, Ben Smith by Kathy Norris, Eva Maria Moore Jurison, Goodbye Blue Sky, Platterhoff, Kate Golden, Alona S, Elise De Vries, Attila the Han, Sam E.F., Jay Gibson, Sitting Still, Open Bob, Patrick Harris, Gary Stewart, Candy Sullivan, Editor TMS, Cajun Guy 1950, John Fothergill, Macaboom TV, John Smith, Johnny Zimmerman, Star Rec 9, Katharina Che, Rodrigo Coelho, Babu SKF, Philippe Basilar, D. Stew, Todd Metzger, Frank F., David Davidovich, or Davidovich, Susan Nagy, Stan Dobrovolsky, Chitra Shukla. In the end, don't forget likes. Thank you for watching. Thank you for likes. Thank you for comments. Thank you for super chats and for super stickers. And keep supporting the road trips at realrussiablog.com/Ural. The Ural trip is getting over today, but the road trips will keep going. Okay, see you. Neil Cunningham, keep it up. Thanks.